Cause with the pen I'm learning life. My verse is divine, words inspire in perfect time. Nurtured right, them man there be learning life, rehearsing life. Trust me, far from certified. Acting while you sleep, I'm working nights. I want all the ups to feel like that Jurgen guy on Merseyside.
Yes, guys, welcome back to another live stream, another match preview, another video. Big up everyone that's locked in. Yes, we are late, but like Destruction's already said, it is what it is. Big up everyone that's locked in. Let me know your thoughts going into the Chelsea-Tottenham game. Let me know your thoughts on all the transfer news as well. We're going to be talking about Fofana. We're going to be talking about Aubameyang as well. Marcos Alonso could be going to Barcelona next week. Could be. Probably not, knowing Barcelona's issue with all their levers and all their other bullshit. But plenty to get into in today's stream. Big up everyone that's locked in. This end to Aston Villa v Everton looks really good. I've barely even been concentrating on this game. But Villa got a second goal. Everton pulled one back immediately afterwards. And it looks like an intense end to the game. Hopefully Lampard pulls it back. Big up Shaq, Aravind, Jacob, Ilias, Destruction already. Ray Allen, Matt, who says he's off to the city once again. He's going to start harassing women about Kepa. Can't be bothered. But big up yourself, Matt. Chelsea Till I Die, AW Designer, Texas Blue. Big up everybody that is in here. Let me know you guys' thoughts going into Chelsea v Tottenham. Are you confident? Are you nervous? Are you anxious? Are you quietly confident? Let me know you guys' thoughts and hit the like button on your way into the stream. As always, check out Jerseys FC down in the description below for your best quality football shirts at your most affordable price as well. If you want it to be even more affordable, use the code CarefreeLewisG down in the description below. Gets you 20% off all offers at Jerseys FC. Check out Pray for the Ops, Flawless's tune down in the description as well. Show my guys some love. And yeah, let's get into it. Shaq says thoughts on Willian who received death threats in Corinthians. Obviously, don't condone that sort of stuff at all. I heard he didn't have a good spell at Corinthians, which is kind of surprising. I thought he would have played really well in Brazil, but he is on the decline as well. So not too shocked. But he doesn't deserve those sorts of threats anyway. Nobody does. Apparently, he's going to go back to he's going to join Fulham. Look, he wants to come back to Europe, which I mean would be nice seeing him back in London, I guess. It'll be funny watching him hit the first man from corners again, but it won't be in a Chelsea shirt, so I won't care as much. But yeah, go find somewhere where you're loved, innit? Because it doesn't sound like he's getting that love from Corinthians, and yeah, can't wish that sort of stuff on anyone. Big up everyone. We got over 100 of you guys in here. Let's make sure we've got 100 likes. Right now, we only have 31. We always doing this Timo Werner conversion rate, people. Come on, guys. Hit that like button. Just press that one button and you make me a happy person. That's it. Simple as. If we've given Fofana 200k, we've lost our minds. Imagine how much Mount and Reece James are going to demand. I did see this. Personal terms were agreed between Fofana and Chelsea. We're very close to an agreement with Leicester City, and I think they are relenting at 80 million. Which is still a bit less than I expected. I thought it would be around 85 to 90 mark. Still a lot, but I expect that in this stage of the window. I've already said that. And yeah, 200k a week. Bowley already seems like he doesn't really mind too much about giving higher wages to players. And Fofana is going to be a long-term investment to Chelsea as well. So I'm not completely against it. 200k a week still seems like a lot because he hasn't proven himself at Chelsea yet. But it's the sort of wages that Christensen and Rudiger both wanted. So if you want to bring a centre-back at that quality, that's going to be the wages that they ask for. It is what it is. Like, I understand we're going to overpay on Fofana. I've said that for the last couple of weeks. And this is just yet another stance on it. Is what it is. I don't mind. I do believe we're going to get to an agreement on Fofana. Like, we're just running numbers between the two clubs. That's what Chelsea and Leicester City are doing. But there will be an agreement because Chelsea haven't turned away from the fact that they want 80 to 90 million for the player. If that hasn't pushed them away from this deal, then they're willing to pay that sort of amount. So this deal will happen. Like, I don't think it's the one where people should be panicking like De Jong or anything like that. Fofana looks likely to join. He wants to join. I don't think he's going to be completely disrespectful to Leicester City in the way that he pushes for an exit, but he wants to leave and he wants to join Chelsea. And is what it is on that front. At least leave with a clean sheet against Arsenal. Leave as you mean to continue at Chelsea. Yeah, let me know you guys' thoughts. I see a couple questions on Aubameyang. We will go into Aubameyang. Let me just hear you guys' thoughts on Fofana for a little bit. We will go into the Aubameyang stuff. I just don't want to go through everything too early, because then the stream is basically done after 10-15 minutes. We gotta stage these things out. So let me know you guys' thoughts on Fofana, but like, we all should be comfortable at the fact that he's joining. I'm not worried about anything like that. I don't think the amount's going to be any more unreasonable than what 80 to 90 million would be. But he signed a 5-year deal in March. So I completely understand them asking for that much. Just no one to have PTSD over Maguire. This ain't no Maguire transfer. No chance. We need Frankie de Jong, but that bum is going to take a pay cut to stay at Barca or go Man United. I did see a quote today try and say that Frankie de Jong is close to United or something. Where did I see it? Frankie de Jong has told his teammates they may join Manchester United soon. From Diario Sport. Waffle. Absolutely waffle. Absolute waffle. 100%. I've seen people a bit worried in the comment section about it. Why? What? Like, we have heard the entire summer that he would rather probably retire than go to Manchester United. And now we're all worried that he could be going to United. No, like, if it happens, we're the biggest victims, by the way. I will say that. But I don't see it happening. I wouldn't panic about him going to United. You could worry about whether he joins us or not. Fair enough. Because he wants to stay. He doesn't seem to have any willingness to leave. If he leaves, he's forced out of the club. But he's not going to United. There are better options for him than Manchester United. No chance is he going to end up there. That would be mad if he ends up at United. And then I'd also be questioning his motivation. Like, if you go to Man United, you go to Man United for the money. You don't go to Man United to compete or to succeed for trophy or to be successful and win trophies. So I don't expect him to be going to United. Worry about whether he joins us or not. But I've also told you as well, if this still happens, it happens late in the transfer window. It doesn't happen anytime soon. So there has to be a patience with this sort of deal. You've got to be patient with it. This deal will sort itself out whether he joins us or whether he stays. But he is not going to Man U. He is not going to Manchester United. I know I'm setting myself to get clipped up if he does join, but I'd see no reasonable idea why he would end up there. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Like, I understand you not wanting to leave Barcelona to go Manchester. Manchester, I've already said, is a dump. London, though, London's a nice city. I still get if you'd rather stay in Barcelona, like the climate's a bit better over there. But he's not going to United. He is not. Not at all. 200 of you guys in here. Let's run up the likes. What have we got? 58. So I said that last time, and only 25 or so of you clicked that like button. Come on, guys. Hit the like button. Press it. Literally, just there. A little thing like that. That's all I need, and it helps. First Hakimi's girlfriend, now De Jong's fiance. Is London that bad? Paris, I'm not so sure about, because from all I've heard about Paris, it's a dump. Barcelona, I can understand. Barcelona is a nice city. Climate's good. You got the slightly illegal coffee shops and everything like that. But Barcelona's nice. Barcelona's nice. I get why you'd want to stay in Barca. Paris, I'm not so sure. Just go visit the Eiffel Tower and you visited everything. Or, I don't know, Mona Lisa and all that, if that's even in Paris. I don't know. But guy says Paris is dirty but less stabbing than London. Yeah, I think we're the kings of that over here. Won't say too much, but yeah, here's what it is. On to Barcelona. Well, let's talk about this Aubameyang stuff. Barcelona wants 21 mil for him. Chelsea want to pay a fixed amount of maximum 10.5 million. Ubba is willing to leave if conditions are met. Aubameyang's another one that wants to stay at Barcelona, but he's more willing to leave. Like, he was already in London. He basically got forced out of London by Arsenal. He's got unfinished business in England. Like, didn't win anything except for the FA Cup there. And he gets to come to England and mud Arteta. So I do think there'd be a bit of motivation from him too. 21 million, I do think is a lot, especially because I think they got him for free too. But I'm not necessarily worried about the valuation right now. This is negotiations. Chelsea have a valuation of a player, Barcelona have a valuation of a player, and they negotiate and they decide a number that they can both agree on. I wouldn't take him for 21 mil. I think that's a bit too much because I do think Aubameyang, whatever he comes in as a short-term option. But around the 10 to 15 mil mark, I think is fair. 21 mil, I think, is mad, though. They wanted Aspi for less than 10 million, but they want Aubameyang for more than 20. Makes absolutely no sense. They're trying to get as much money out of us as possible. But this is negotiations. This is just simple negotiations. That number could easily go down. Easily. Especially depending on how late this transfer takes to go through. Also, the De Jong situation. If he doesn't leave, then they're even more desperate to get rid of other players. So that could see Aubameyang leave for a cheaper fee too. But yeah, 21 mil I think is a bit too much. Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments. Troop said he loves Barcelona and they actually talk. I believe him on that. 100% believe him on that. Barcelona's a beautiful city. I think he was fulfilling a wish from a dead family member or something like that. Maybe his dad or his granddad who wants him to play in Spain. So I get the willingness to stay. But I don't think it's a case of it's a De Jong situation where he's fixed and he don't want to go anywhere. He will go to Chelsea if the right terms are met. If the right terms are met. The question is also wages. What wage will he ask for? I think if it's anything above the 150k to 200k mark, it's a bit too much. It's a bit too much. But again, it's the case of negotiations. Have to wait and see what the situation is with them. If anything, they could both take add-ons. Performance-based add-ons or something. You get this amount of million if you win the Premier League or if you win the Champions League. Something like that. It's why we're still making money off Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard just put another 20 million in our back pocket just because he sat on the bench in the Super Cup. One of the greatest legends this club has ever seen. But yeah, that could work for us as well. But 21 mil outright, I don't think is the right move for us. 10 million euros or walk away. So that's about what? 987 million euros? Pounds or something like that. I don't think that would work. 15 million pounds max is what I would say. 15 million max, and I think that would be a fair amount. Either Aubameyang or Depay has to leave Barca, says Shaq. Yes, and I would take Depay. I think Depay gives us good link-up play, strong dribbler. I think he fits Tuchel's style of play a lot more as well and is more versatile. Plus, he's a better long-term option for the club as well. So I definitely would take Depay, and I do think he'd be a bit cheaper as well. You could argue that Depay would be a better investment for us than Aubameyang, but I would take either or. I've said, we got the worst attack in the league. I don't care which one comes in. Just bring me one of them. They both bring traits to the club that we could do with, but they both bring different traits. That's the main difference. On to Marcos Alonso. Nothing too deep, but I've heard Barca will announce the signing of him next week, potentially. But how can they sign Marcos Alonso and still be trying to force players out? It just doesn't make sense at all. I don't know how this club works, but we move like 7 levers and all sorts of stuff. Don't do this, Prime, like you weren't backing Lampard the whole game. I don't want to hear this. But I'll send you the link in about 10-15 minutes anyway. Depay flopped at United, like 7-8 years ago. How old was he then? Like 18, 19? He's changed. He's grown as a player. He's a much better player than he was when he was originally at Manchester United. Frankie and Obra are not coming to Chelsea. One of Frankie, Aubameyang, or Depay, at the very least, should be coming to us. We have good contacts with Barcelona, even though they've kind of pissed us off a little bit this window with the Koundé and the Rafinha situation. There's still good contacts between the two clubs. So I do believe at least one of them will join Chelsea. Because they know we'll take any of them as well, and we'll take them quicker than Man United will. Hey, why don't you re-sign Willian? Why don't you guys re-sign Willian? I know we're desperate for wingers, but we ain't that desperate. Right. Yeah, we've gone through the Depay stuff, the Aubameyang, Fofana, Alonso. All right, cool. Let's talk Chelsea v Spurs before I send the link out to the panel. Tottenham, top of the league, comprehensively beat Southampton 4-1 without Harry Kane or Heung-min Son scoring, which feels like a warm-up for the Chelsea game because Son and Kane never really score at the Bridge. But yeah, they're top of the league, very confident, very have a strong belief in their side. I've seen a lot of gas from Tottenham fans going into this game. And I'm not too surprised either. They have every reason to be gassed after the way they finished last season, the window that they've had, the manager that they have, and the squad that they have too. So I don't blame them for having this confidence, but Spurs have come to a game against Chelsea in a confident mood a lot. It has happened a lot. And the result has always remained the same, except for 2018. We beat them at the Bridge. My biggest thing to me going in this game is that there is a massive mental block when it comes to them coming to Stamford Bridge. Tottenham players talk all the time. I've heard Dele Alli, Kieran Trippier, all sorts of Tottenham players sit there and say that that Arsenal v Spurs means the most to the club, means the most to the fans, but Chelsea v Spurs means the most to the players because we're the toughest team for them to face. They come to Stamford Bridge and they shit the bed. One of Mauricio Pochettino's biggest achievements as a Tottenham manager was simply getting a win at our ground. Simply winning at Chelsea was one of his biggest achievements. That's how hard it is for them. But that's also how much they're going to come and want this game. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this game is going to be easy and it's going to be a walk in the park for Chelsea. We make it seem like that, but we have to do it again. 100% we have to do it again. But I'm not really drinking the Kool-Aid with Tottenham when it comes to them playing at Stamford Bridge. I know they're capable of getting a result. 100% they are capable of going to Chelsea and getting a win. I don't know if it's going to happen though. Mainly because, in spite of the way Conte has improved that side, in spite of the way he's got the best out of them, it is very hard for them to come here and perform. Very hard. And all I hear from Tottenham fans when I ask about it is simple. It's different now. It's different. Conte is coming. Things are different. Things are changing. Not until I see it. I have to see this practicality on the pitch. Yes, Tottenham still finished 4th place. And you know, it's a great achievement for them to do it after they were on flight mode for 3 months against, well, when they had Nuno in charge. Doesn't change the fact that Arsenal were bottle jobs too. Also, doesn't change the fact that they still have to win trophies. Jose Mourinho came, and when they came to the Bridge, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they were top of the league, or we were, and they were very close. All I know is it was Chelsea, Tottenham, and Liverpool that were in the top 3, and it was very tight between the 3 clubs at that time. And so they were in an even more confident position, and they still didn't get a result. They came when they were 2nd in the league, chasing Leicester City. We were 10th, and they still didn't get a result. They came to the Bridge in 2020 when we had 9 first-team injuries, and they still didn't get a result. If they get a result, that to me shows that they are 100% capable of beating their mental blocks. They could go and win a trophy that season. They could go and potentially finish above us if they get the win. But I can't believe it until I see it happen in front of my own eyes. That's the way I view this game. I still think this game could be a draw potentially. Tottenham could still go and get a result. But Chelsea always turn up for this sort of game. Tottenham always seem to shit the bed in this sort of game. And that's where I get my confidence from. As a team, I get Chelsea look vulnerable. Like, we looked vulnerable against Everton. There's outgoings. There's players that still need to come in. There's still areas of the squad that still need to be improved. We need to improve our creativity in the midfield. We need to improve our creativity up front. And we're relying heavily on Cucurella or Chilwell and Reece James, who has not looked in form. But players turn up when it's Tottenham. They always do. And if they don't, it says a lot about the state of the club right now. So let me know you guys' thoughts. I do think, personally, I'm going to go for 1 or 2-0 Chelsea. Tottenham could still get a result from us, but they don't seem to show it. In the words of Johnny, they don't really have the minerals when they come to Stamford Bridge. They never seem to do it. It is a mental block between the 2 sides. Let me know you guys' thoughts. Who you guys would want to see start in the team potentially. Like, I'm not too sure about the front 3, but I do believe the front 3 is going to stay the same from the Everton game. If the front 3 continues to play poorly, like they did against Everton, except for Sterling, then maybe you'll see the likes of Broja or Pulisic get integrated in the squad for the next few games. But I do think we're going to go for what will look like our strongest front three on paper, and that will be Sterling, Havertz, and Mount. Score predictions. I'm going 1 or 2-0 Chelsea. I do think we're capable of keeping a clean sheet against these guys. Son never really turns up at the bridge. Kane never really turns up at the bridge. The only, big Tottenham players that seem to turn up regularly against us was Dele Alli and Christian Eriksen, and neither of them are with us. Hell, Eriksen still turned up when they came with Brentford last season. Son and Kane, they never really do. Never really do. They always seem to get pocketed. Kulusevski, that's a bit of a question mark. He could come in and inject a bit of freshness in this sort of fixture. But I ain't too sure. Hey, people say I'm negative all the time. People say I'm negative. So you know what? Let's switch it up a little bit. Tottenham makes me confident because it's a home game. If it was at White Hart Lane, could realistically go either way. But even then, we haven't even lost to them at their new ground. We're their bogey team by a mile. So their biggest statement is going to come from getting a win against us, which puts a lot of pressure on them. A lot of pressure on them. And that fills me with a bit of confidence. I'm not completely confident. They are capable. I keep saying they're capable of getting a result here. It's just they've been capable before and they haven't done it. I have to see if they can do it first before I really believe the hype that comes with Tottenham. Right now, I just believe they're contenders with us for third place. Simple as, just about that. But I need to see how they perform at the bridge before I say anything. Any other points? Let me know, you guys. Actually, who would you guys as front three be? Tell me in the comment section. Who would you guys pick at the front as the front three? Would you guys go for the same three of Sterling, Havertz, and Mount? Would you guys change it up? Or what are you guys feeling? Also, 400 of you guys in here. I'm sure we ain't hit 100 likes. Oh, we have. All right, good. Now let's hit 200. Let's hit 200. Asby v Son is scaring me. We need Fofana. Asby's good 1v1. I just have to make sure he doesn't get exposed too much. But Son has to turn up too. Sterling, but Havertz is not happening. He ain't coming by then. A lot of calls for Broja. I would love to see Broja start. I just don't think he's going to get it with one start against Udinese's B team and 15 minutes against Everton. I think at the best you see him come on a bit earlier as a sub, but that's it. But that would be a nice front three: Sterling, Broja, Mount, or Pulisic, Broja, and Mount. Oh no, Pulisic, Broja, Sterling. Sterling is the last one who deserves to get dropped. Mount, Sterling, Pulisic. Pulisic deserves a fair shout as well. He was poor against Udinese's B team, but I thought out of all of our forwards, he was one of the better ones in pre-season. Just didn't turn up against Udinese's B team. And weirdly enough, that's the only one that people are holding up against him. I thought he was very good against Club America. I thought he was very good against... Who did we play the first? Charlotte. Charlotte as well. Yeah, I think there would be great options for us. I big up House Cicada. I forgot to message you back, by the way. I'll throw you the link as well again. Sorry, I'm really bad with my DMs. But appreciate the donation saying Sterling, Mount, Ziyech. Ziyech always scores against Tottenham. Does he, or was it just a one goal last season, or did he score again? And am I missing something? I'm not too sure for the life of me, but Ziyech, I'd still say I'd only really back if it's in a 4. When Ziyech balled out, when he scored in the 2-0 win against Tottenham last season, we played 4 at the back. And we can't play 4 at the back because we don't really have enough creativity in midfield to make it work. Ziyech gives us some creativity in the attack, but we still need a bit more than just one creative outlet in the entire squad. And I've already said you push the wing backs further back in a back 4, which is why you can't play 4 at the back, not until we get improvements in the midfield and in the attack as well. But I appreciate the donation, my friend, really do. You know what? Yeah, it's about that time anyway. Let's send the link out. Everyone, run the likes up while I'm sending the link out to everyone, please. Okay, let's go. We'll send that out to a couple people, actually. It's a weekend. And who else? Instagram. Keep forgetting fucking Instagram. Ah, for fuck's sakes. Bear with me on this. Can't believe I got fucking logged out. Motherfucker. When you're ready, when you want to hurry up, fuck's sakes. Yes, Scott, what were you saying, my guy? You all good?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Just watched Lampard's Everton team get just dicked on by Villa.
I only really saw the last 15 minutes. Like, was it that bad?
This team, bro. I tweeted out, by the way, he's somehow got worse in terms of tactics. Like, he's managed to get worse. Literally.
Here's me thinking this would be the season where he turned things around.
Right? Like, the second half got a bit better, but the entirety of the first half was give it to the centre-backs, play hoofball into the channels, and hope that one of the wingers can touch it down. It was like watching Stoke back when Tony Pulis was in charge.
Like, sounds like the last few weeks of Lampard ball at the bridge.
It's worse. This man said that he went to Italy to watch Atalanta and others play and has got worse.
Wait, he said that? What?
Bro, so he did an interview with, I think it was Gary Neville or someone else, and he mentioned that, like, since he's taken time away, he's gone to, like, Italy, gone to watch teams like Atalanta, gone to watch other teams to try and get a bit more knowledge. Bro, he's gone backwards. He's fully gone backwards.
You know, you know what it reminded me of today? Whoever plays pro clubs, you know when you change to ultra defensive, but it still doesn't work.
Oh, that's another thing. This guy, somehow, he was playing a 5-4-1, and somehow they looked shit defensively. He had 5 defenders in the box at all times, and they looked terrible. Like, what? There's nothing...
man.
Genuinely, if people want to laugh, I would go back and watch the highlights, go and see if you can find the game, and just watch how Everton are defensively. Like, just go and watch it for a laugh. It's just funny seeing how bad they are.
Who was the kid that made the mistake?
What, for the second goal?
Yeah, who was it?
Onana, their new signing. He looked quite good, to be fair, when he came on. Yeah, he made a mistake, but then he was the one that got their goal. He was the one that, like, caused...
No, that ain't the goalkeeper, is it?
No, it's another one.
No.
I was confused. I hadn't heard of him in ages.
They were terrible, and he is. I'm tempted to put money on. He is going to be the first manager sacked this season. He's going to be the first manager sacked. They looked awful.
I don't want to speak badness on Lampard's name, but it ain't looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. It's rough. What are you guys saying about this Aubameyang situation before we go into Spurs stuff? 21 million. Anything to worry about? I guess no one would take it, but to me, it's just the start of negotiations. Nothing too deep.
21 million euros. What's that? It's not a lot.
I think it's 21 million pounds, not euros. Let me check.
Even now, I wouldn't mind for a quick solution. It's pennies, really, when you think about it in this market.
That's the thing for me. Like, as I've already said, late on in the transfer window, if it ends up being a 21 million thing, as much as I don't think it's the right amount, I need attackers, and I feel like that push for me.
Yeah, it's not about being the right amount. It's not the right player. I've said it from time. It's not the right.
Yeah, it's
player.
21 million pounds. It is pounds.
He doesn't fix the issues in our squad. Like, he's not creating chances for himself. He's not going to create chances for other players. He doesn't fit the system. And again, as I've said before, he likes drifting to the left, which takes up space from other attackers. Like this
but
doesn't.
Then why
work.
does Tuchel see him as his perfect strike?
Perfect
striker.
Because he's worked with him.
No, but then he must obviously see a way he fits into the squad.
He works perfect. He works perfectly in that Tuchel system because in the Tuchel system because he just needs a finisher at the end of it. Especially if we get another creator in, like we were talking about, plus Sterling on his side. Yeah,
that I think to me is the biggest issue, though. We need to get a creator.
I was going to say it doesn't matter unless we get a striker who is mobile and who is good at link-up play, and who can also finish. Getting a creator is more important than that striker. Way more important. Because we're not creating anything. And I'm not having this because I keep hearing that, that will be Frankie de Jong. It's not. Number one, I can tell you right now, if you're thinking Frankie de Jong is going to fix all our creativity issues, you've never watched a single game of de Jong in your life.
This is the thing. Frankie de Jong could improve us, but he's not going to fix it. We need more creativity than one sole out. Everyone talks about Fabregas. People forget Fabregas had Hazard in the squad too. We had other creative outlets as well.
Yeah. Plus, I think
need
Sterling
more
is
than
going to
one.
be Sterling is going to be one of those creators as well. So I think he's going to come good. He'll contribute in terms
Sterling's
of goals and
creativity is
assists.
very underrated. I do believe he'll improve us on that front. Which, to be honest, Sterling and Frankie de Jong kind of puts us in a much better position than we were in last season, which is still improvement. But obviously, there's still work that needs to be done if we want to get to the point of being title contenders. Everyone's saying 50 million max. That's the kind of the position I'm at. But again, if it gets to 20,
Who else is there other than
I'm
Aubameyang?
more worried about the contract.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
And there's plenty of other people out there that you could get instead of Aubameyang that would work.
I'm trying to think who right now.
I'd be serious. I'd rather take Ivan Toney.
Nah.
I would, but like it's not realistic at this point.
I mean, it's 100%. It's 100%.
No, we could get him if we wanted. If we wanted him, we could easily get him. But
At this stage in the winter, maybe if, but again,
if we went in with 60 million to Brentford, yeah,
he'd be less than 60. Like look at all the stuff that happened with him in terms of like the fuck Brentford thing, and like he'd definitely push for a move if we went in for him.
He did. Like I could understand him wanting to leave, but I don't think is he pushing for a move? Is he?
No, I'm saying if we went for him, I think he'd push for a move.
There's pushing for a move, and then it's like, how would he? Would he skip training and just be a difficult boss, or would he just say, "I'd like to go to Chelsea," and if they don't do it, okay, I'll wait another year then. I just don't see Tony leaving at this stage. I really don't. Even though I'd love him at the club.
I
really do believe.
50 million for him. They demand 50 million for him.
I really do
probably
believe.
Even more.
I really do believe Neymar. We're gonna go in late for Neymar as like the last, as the big showpiece, jewel on the crown type thing. I think that's going to be Bodie's big statement because they don't want him at PSG. They've said. Remember, at first there's rumours that they didn't want him, and Mbappe wanted to be the main man, etc. Plus, they have Messi there. Ideally, they want him to go, get him off the wage bill as well, so they can build a team around Mbappe.
But this summer window has been always built around what Tuchel wants.
I think we're going to go in late for him as the big showpiece. That will be the biggest statement you could make in world football. Or one of them.
Tuchel has already expressed in the past how difficult it was to coach someone like Neymar. And we're dealing with
he loved Neymar. He loved working with Neymar.
I'm not saying
Neymar had his best season under Tuchel.
I'm not saying he said it was bad. He just said it was difficult coaching him. And this Neymar, for how good he is, I'm sorry, he looks like he's uninterested at this time in his career.
Also, you got Thiago Silva there, who's like a big brother to him.
Well, I don't think Tuchel's going to want him. I really don't.
I mean, even if he does, Neymar is not leaving. Like, what?
Exactly. Plus, we got no hotels to offer him in the first place. So that's one.
Well, who have they got? I swear they signed another attacker PSG.
Not one to break into the front three.
So no, because they got Messi there, Mbappe.
I don't remember who they signed.
And Neymar, yeah. But I think that's the thing. I think they can't have. I don't think they want.
You're right. They did. He's a young striker who was playing for Ham last season. That's who they signed.
Okay.
And Messi also has 1 year left. Neymar isn't going anywhere.
And probably Messi's probably going to go back to Barcelona next year.
Not even a question.
Yeah, not this season, Messi though. He'll probably go next season.
But next year they'll take it for
if they're even still alive.
Next year they'll probably get Nkunku PSG.
But the PSG
maybe
or whatever is like on the FIFA board, so they're never going to get it done for FFP. So it doesn't matter.
I can see, I can definitely see Nkunku there next year. Him, PSG, and Mbappe in the front line.
He played there before, right?
I don't think they will. Look at Campos's MO. He doesn't go out and spend massive money.
No, look at his transfers this summer, man.
How much are they spending on Fabian Ruiz?
Like 25 million?
No, that's either a free transfer next season or it's like 25 million. Got 1 year left.
25 million.
He's a top player though, Fabian Ruiz. He's a top player.
They got in Ekitike, who's that striker on loan with an option to buy next summer. They were looking at Scamacca for no more than about 40 mil. And when actually, I don't even think they properly went in for Scamacca.
No, they were told to pay 40 or 50 mil, and they didn't want to.
Oh, were they? Oh, the only big player that they went in for, and they didn't even go that hard for him, was Skriniar. They went 60 mil.
Yeah, and they don't want to pay that.
Yeah, I would say Campos's MO is much different to how it was at PSG before. We're not seeing the PSG of old where they're spending 80 mil plus on these transfers.
That's what DOF does.
They might do as the one-off kind of thing. Maybe not every transfer, but they might make it a thing of they buy cheap, and they'll have the one jewel they need. They will spend big because they've got the money to, so it makes sense. They're not going to spend big if they can.
They've got the jewels already. They've got Neymar and Mbappe. They don't need any.
No, but they can't last forever. Neymar's going to go on
but
soon.
Messi
Messi will move soon. Mbappe's there for the long term.
Mbappe's there as long as he wants to be there.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think they're going to be like what people thought they're going to be like anymore. That's what DOF does. It finds the deals, he builds up relationships, finds who's on what contract, how much they got left, and strikes a deal and doesn't really overpay. And he doesn't need to. And that's what DOF does, and that's what we're in the need for. As much as the transfer window may have been good, it's what we're in the need for going forward. So that we're not in this point where we're going to have to pay 80 million for a defender.
I think there's 3 weeks left. Expect a big surprise, and I think Neymar might be that surprise.
We're not signing Neymar.
I'd be very surprised. We haven't heard any links with Neymar over the last month.
He's not
Which would make it even more epic. No,
I guess it's just completely out of left field. Like even with like Ronaldo, who we know Tuchel doesn't want, at least we've heard like links with him. We're still hearing Ronaldo's name pop up now.
No, we did hear Neymar links. We did.
No, we did, but like it disappeared and it's never come back. Even Ronaldo's name is still bouncing around.
Yeah, it went silent after that. But then after that, if you noticed, PSG then said, "Oh yeah, we love Neymar. We want to keep." The manager said, "Oh yeah, I want to keep him." But obviously, they're not going to say, "Yeah, we want to sell him." They're trying to maximise the amount of money they can get from him.
I'm pretty sure. Someone correct me in the comments if I'm wrong.
Because they were talking about 60 million for Neymar. They were talking about 60 million.
Sure when we were linked with him, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure when we were linked with him, I could be wrong. Someone correct me from the comments. That was before they got their new manager in, and before.
Yes. No, it was after. This was after. This was literally a month ago. The links were about a month ago.
No, why are we wasting our time talking about this? This is a waste of time. Neymar is not coming to Chelsea.
No, but the links were a month ago. That's a fact.
Neymar is not coming to Chelsea. There was
links, but they disappeared and they never came back.
Yeah.
It's like the Sangari links.
No, but these things. There's no smoke. Sometimes there's no smoke without fire. Do you know what I mean? These things can quickly come up, and you think, "Oh shit!" It's suddenly here.
Sometimes the smoke goes out and it never comes back again, though. It goes either way.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Like, I would 100% would take Neymar, and I would love it if there was links. I just don't really have the belief.
Nobody's gonna talk about Prime's green screen over there. Nobody.
I was waiting to. I was like, "What?"
You gotta live in reality.
Oh yeah, I like the green screen. That's nice.
Yeah, I thought it was the front. I thought it was him as the green screen on the.
Let's go.
He's a green screen of himself.
Fuck's sake.
There'd be two of them on the screen. And he just
so are we just? Is it like a wish foundation for Chelsea to be like Neymar?
Yeah, it's fantasy.
What do you mean?
Football.
What do you mean? Make a wish?
What other top attackers would you go for right now? We need an attacker. Name me three. Give me three ideal, or not maybe not ideal, but maybe not ideal. But what? But three attackers that you can go and get. That possibly
I'd rather name nothing than name Neymar.
That's it.
Three. Give me three.
I'm not gonna give you nothing.
Rafael Leao, João Felix.
João Felix is one that.
Let us know in the comments.
I don't think they're selling. I don't think Atletico is selling. They've said. They've already said.
Yeah, guys, you use this stream as a GoFundMe for Neymar, in my opinion. Yeah, everyone do that.
Oh, Lewis, you're gonna pay the Neymar transfer.
Yeah, I'm paying the Neymar transfer, so everyone donate. Donate, man. We're gonna buy Neymar together, people.
You couldn't even afford Christians.
Oh, is that the same? Is that the same kid? Is that the same kid that's supposed to teach us the football and everything?
I personally think the ideal one that nobody is talking about is Lautaro Martinez. That would be ideal.
Because he's going to cost over
Lautaro Martinez. But that's nothing. So be it.
It's not so be it when we have other issues in the squad we need to fix. Like
but attacking is one of the main ones. Goal scorer is one of the main ones.
We also need a creator. We also need another midfielder or two. We also need a striker. We also need a backup right wing back. You can't just go out and spend 100 mil on a player.
Well, we're going to spend 90 mil on Fofana.
Have you
Exactly.
Have you watched Martinez?
Listen, Lautaro, and again, Lautaro is not that guy. That's number one. Like
You're talking about a goal scorer. Have you actually watched
he's
Martinez?
a second character. We need a main guy.
Nah, Lautaro's he'll be a madness.
No, he's like
Tuchel will be a madness.
He plays in the listen. He has to play in the front too with another striker. He's not
Sterling. Him and Sterling. That's what we're saying. We play with. If that's what Tuchel wants to play with, him and Sterling, and then
Sterling
Mount or Havertz in behind.
That's stupid. That makes no sense.
No, that's what he's been playing. That's what he's been playing. He's been playing with Sterling up front.
We've brought in. Can I ask a question? Why do we want to play a guy that we brought in to be a winger as a striker?
No, as a left striker, like a two. Like basically, how they're going to play it is in like you got two strikers and one in behind. Essentially, but it's a free role. Essentially, they're both interchanging and floating around.
Man, this isn't FIFA, brother.
This is football.
No, it's not. In real life, he plays with strikers like Lukaku, Dzeko. Like those are the strikers that he plays with. Central forwards. He's not a center forward.
Maybe Havertz. Never know. Havertz next to him.
But again, no. So I'm trying to understand. So we
front three, then you can turn it into a front three.
We literally deal right now with a front three that is interchangeable and like fluid, quote unquote, and moves about. And that is an issue because it means more often than not we don't have a guy in the box to get on the end of chances when we do create them. On the odd chance we do create them, so you want to sign another guy that just floats. Again, I love Martinez, but like Dan said, you want him in a 2, and the guy he's with you want to be more focal of a focal point. Who's going to be slightly more static or slightly more in the box, in and around the 6-yard box, so he can play off him. I'm not bringing him to play with Kai Havertz, who wants to do the same thing Martinez does.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but I still think him and Sterling could work, personally.
Is that the guy that's supposed to come and teach us football? Is that the new kid, right? Oh.
If you get what he's saying, then you can't think him and Sterling would work. How would him and Sterling work?
Because just look at the way Man City play with their 3. You don't need, and Tuchel's already said it. He doesn't need a big. What? No, now they've bought a striker, but they haven't been playing with a striker. They've past 2 years they've been playing with. They've had Jesus, who Arsenal fans are talking up as the next Henry, and he was their only striker in the squad, and he still couldn't get in, and didn't play a striker. Like they didn't play with a striker.
Hey,
that's facts. But they still create a lot of chances, and if you've got goal scorers that could convert, you don't need one of those 40 goal season strikers.
You can support City if that's what you want to see. This isn't City, and we're not Pep.
No, of course, I don't want to play like them.
You do, because that's the only example you keep giving me.
Yeah. But I'm giving an example where you don't always need.
The only example you ever give are Barcelona.
Hear me out. I'll tell you why that's flawed. I'll tell you why it's flawed, because
it's not flawed. That's all you've given me.
No. Because on one hand you're saying don't get Aubameyang, so don't get that person that you're talking about. We need, but then you're saying don't get Lautaro. So who should we get? Let's hear solutions. Who should we get?
Nkunku.
Timo Pukki.
But we're not going to get him this season. He's not going this season. He might be open next season.
Whatever I give you, you're going to bitch about. It doesn't matter. I don't want these fair. Like
realistically, I could say get Benzema. You could say I could say get Benzema,
so
but it's not realistic.
Martinez this year. Hold on, we can get Martinez this year. Inter Milan.
More realistic. They're desperate for money.
You're out your mind.
Fuck it. Let's just bring Lukaku back on loan.
No, sorry, you're right. They're desperate for money.
Hold on a second.
Can I just say something? They're desperate for money, and they're looking to sell Dzeko, Dumfries, and
I'd have Dzeko. I would actually have Dzeko. I was thinking about this. I would take Dzeko. He's a goal scorer. It's proven. Proven goal scorer. If you think Aubameyang would be good, I think Dzeko would be even better.
You know what's funny, Daniel?
For a season, for one season.
For example, if you cannot get specific striker, why do you obligated to do it this season? Why not wait? Like why you have to get somebody if it's not working? Like
you see how people. Alex, remember when people really wanted to get Digne?
Wait, who said Dzeko?
Yeah,
Luka Digne, who was an absolute bum.
Your favorite boy.
No. Someone mentioned. I said. Someone mentioned Dzeko. I said. That's a good shout. He scores goals. He's a target man. He'll play Sterling.
If you got Digne, do you think Cucurella is here right now?
Huh?
If we ended up signing Digne and panicked and signed Digne, do you think Cucurella is here right now?
Probably now under these current circumstances, because they would have probably got rid of him if he wasn't Tuchel's man. Then they would have got rid of him.
Exactly. My question,
But if you're signing Dzeko, you're signing him short term. You know it's not going to be a 5-year deal. It's 1 year.
What's the point of signing someone short term? This is
Dzeko's going to be on the bench for Inter.
Yeah, exactly. So if you can get like Giroud came in for us.
Barely worked for us.
I also don't get this.
Like Giroud came to us, who'd be even a good backup. Who's still chipping with goals.
I'm still trying to understand this need from some fans in this fan base's idea to get a short-term option. So you just want a guy that's going to be here for 1 or 2 years, then we have to go back out and sign another striker to replace them when they leave. That's what we want.
And those strikers are going to be a lot more expensive.
Who are we getting now?
Those strikers are going to be a lot more expensive because they have 2 more years. And Nkunku is not going to be available in 2 years' time if you get a short-term option to come in right now and wait. He's not going to be.
No, 1 year's time. We'll only get Dzeko for 1 year. He's 35.
And what's the point?
It'll only be 1 year.
Why? What's the
Because
point?
until you get unless you're going to get Nkunku now, because unless you're going to get Nkunku now, then you're saying you might have to wait until next year. So if you want someone to come in that will chip in with goals, and he's a proven goal scorer and centre forward.
Dzeko is giving us nothing. I'm sorry,
and Premier League proven.
At all.
This idea, by the way, of quote unquote Premier League proven means nothing if they don't fit the system. We literally signed someone who was quote unquote Premier League proven, and he did fuck all for us. Yeah, he was top goal.
Lukaku was better, and he scored less goals.
Nah, come on, Dzeko is better than as a footballer. Come on,
it was immobile.
Lukaku's dead.
What?
Lukaku, hold on a second.
But as a goal scorer, as a technical player, and technician,
Lukaku was better than him. Lukaku was better than him.
No way.
By the way, if we're going for that 1 year, I understand what Kid is saying. 1 year, something that. Why go for what's his name? I'll take Ronaldo for 1 year.
For what?
So then go back out. So then go back out and sign another striker.
So you're saying let's just get no one. All you're saying is just get no one.
Alex, listen. No. I genuinely believe Ronaldo does not.
No way did Ronaldo score already.
It's fine. It's fine. I genuinely believe that he will. And my genuine thing is, Scott, you're saying why we have to get it for 1 year if we're gonna have to come back for next season. That's exactly the reason why. Because it's just for 1 year. You're not getting your targets this season, right? So why not go for somebody that actually can improve our strikers and actually on a one term? I'm not talking about Dzeko because I don't think Dzeko is going to do anything at Chelsea. I said go for Ronaldo. It's a decent quality that can improve our forward, and it's a short term, 1 year.
Makes our team worse.
No, it's not making a team worse, and you cannot.
The
only person that made that team worse is Lukaku. You literally made that team.
Yeah, you got PTSD from Lukaku, man.
If you want to, every year you don't want to reset.
You got PTSD from your life, man. That doesn't make any.
Just because of Lukaku's style, even when he was playing well, we saw how different our team looked. How he looked with the press, how he looked with our build-up play, all through it just looked completely different to what Tuchel was trying to do like 6 months prior. And now you want to bring Cristiano Ronaldo in, who might score more goals, yes. But the way that he scores his goals, you have to target him solely, which is the way that Tuchel obviously isn't trying to play.
Based on what?
Now, based on what we've seen from him for the last 5 years.
Okay. And that's my exact point. None of those teams played the possession game, right?
Oh my God, we played for Real Madrid. Like we're acting. Let's not act like our team is better than those teams. He played for all those.
We're not far off.
I'm not asking. Hold on a second. For the past 5 years, he played under Man United. Then he played 2 years under Juventus or 3 years.
He was there for 2 years.
That was for 2 years. So for the past, in the last 2 years of Real Madrid, right? Last 2 years of Real Madrid, they literally played counter. They did not have possession. Under what's his name? Under what's that coach's name? The French one. They played counter.
Every team that doesn't dominate possession doesn't mean they play on the counter. They had Modric, Kroos, and Casemiro in the midfield. Let's relax. Like they had control of games.
But okay, not possession, but they didn't. They made. They
didn't need to have 65%.
We're skirting around again. We're skirting around. What strikers should we get in? If you're talking about, should we get in?
Wait, fuck. Just wait. Don't get any.
What? That's the problem. If we don't get any, then we're stuck with Pulisic. Are you Pulisic or who else is gonna can be on the left side? Left side?
I'm
Huh?
stuck with Shai Havertz.
No, Kai Havertz and Mount is gonna be up top.
Paid 75 million for him. So, what do you want?
My money
And
back.
Bayern want him. That's what I'm saying. He's going to bang at Bayern as well.
If the striker, listen. If the striker who I want is
you still did not
Nkunku,
prove
let's
me
say that's
that
the striker who
Ronaldo.
I want next year, right?
Daniel, you still
But
did
this
not
year,
give.
I'm going to my center forward is Havertz. If he's
Okay,
shit
so
listen. He gave me.
Okay, so you just want to put everything in one in the Havertz for this season. That's your
everything. We have to see. Listen, this is his third year.
No,
We have
So would you rather get another winger then?
what
Would
you're
you rather
saying.
get in
Now-
another winger then?
No, we
Someone
can
like
sell.
Sane? Would you rather get
Now
in
I
someone like
understand what
Sane
you're
instead of a
Stop,
striker?
man! Stop! Just throw people's names in the conversation just for hell of it. Sane cannot even get motivated to play in
I
Bayern.
can't get
No,
the
I'm saying, would you rather have a winger?
Wait.
Would you rather get a winger? Is what I'm saying, rather than a
I'd rather to
striker.
be quiet so we can actually understand what each other's point is. And I finally got to the point where I understand what Daniel's saying. He wants to put all the eggs in one basket on Kai Havertz. I understand. That's it. That's the only thing I want to know.
Give me eggs in
understand
one
that
basket.
as
I'm not putting
well.
eggs in one basket on
You need to
anybody.
break
I
down
expect
that.
all the attacking line to contribute, and I expect him to do what he's
No,
supposed to
I
do.
understand that. The reason why I wanted Ronaldo, because Ronaldo will improve our signings, the ones that we got, Sterling.
How?
That's it. How? Easy, because Sterling plays better with 9. And as I see, Ronaldo should not play on the left. Ronaldo should play in the middle.
And they'll
Can I just say you're
interchange. They would
basically
interchange as well.
Can I just
They
say
would
just saying he
interchange.
works? No, can I say you're saying he works better playing as a 9? The 9 he played with at City that you claim he worked so good with is a completely different type of 9 to how Ronaldo plays.
I'm not talking
Exactly,
about Sterling
which
as a
is
9.
why
I'm
I said
saying Ronaldo
Lautaro
as a 9.
Martinez, and you shut me down. I said
No,
Lautaro Martinez, and he's similar to Aguero in his style, and you shut me down for that.
No, he's not. Because he's short.
Martinez is actually not a good striker of the ball. He's not good scoring.
But he's similar in style.
He's not.
He's similar in style.
Why were you saying, Scott? I couldn't hear the kid.
I was saying that the main guy or the main 2 people that Sterling has done well with, whether it's internationally or at club level in terms of a 9, are completely different types of 9 in the way they play than Ronaldo.
Yeah,
You're looking at Kane, who is number 1, great with the ball at his feet and can drop deep and do all the stuff you need him to do. Same with Aguero. Ronaldo can't do any of that. When he drops deep, it doesn't work, and his link-up play is average at best. Average at best. He works better when he's at the focal point right at the top, which is not how the number 9s that Sterling has played with have worked in the past.
Okay, and I can tell you one thing that you think that you don't rate. What's his name, Ronaldo, and I can tell you Ronaldo as a 9, as a central focal point on a team that has most of a possession can do good. What's his name? I did mean like they played counter. I mean they played all the goals usually from Modric and Benzema when he was at Real is a transition goals. Like they could, it's not a counter, but they like a quick transition ball. That's what Daniel said. Okay, you convinced me on that, but I still didn't see him play in the possession team game. Possession, where he actually, if you telling me that Ronaldo has not enough movement in the box, if you can tell me that Ronaldo doesn't have enough movement in the box, that's number 1. You tell me that Scott just said that Ronaldo cannot move in the middle and make the play. That's number 2. And
Lewis, what?
Do what?
No,
not you. Lewis said something.
No, I just said that Werner goal was hideous. Sorry, Alex.
By the way, what I was trying those 2 things that you keep saying that Ronaldo cannot do, I see what you're saying, but I don't agree with you. I think Ronaldo can do both those things at Chelsea. And you're saying that Scott, I just don't agree with you on Ronaldo not moving enough.
I agree with El Patron. I can't remember his name. But he said Nkunku. I think that'd be a perfect buy, but whether we can get him or not, that would be perfect.
I mean, let's still take either or. I want whoever we can get, be it Aubameyang, be it Depay. And Nkunku would be nice, but I don't think that's happening until next season. Is what it is. Is what it is. Yeah, for anyone asking about the Werner goal, it was a curling finesse shot that the keeper scuffed as soon as it got near to him. It was still a great finish, but I looked in and I was like, fuck me, that goalkeeper could have done better. But yeah, big up Werner for the goal. Big up. I had a feeling he'd ball out in the Bundesliga. I just didn't think he'd score so fast. It's all mad. Fofana, 200k a week. Not too fussed about that. Not too surprised. 80 million looks like is what the transfer fee is going to be agreed on between the two sides, but they still need to negotiate and get to an agreement. And yeah, other than that, I think that's most of the transfer news. What's everyone's thoughts for Chelsea versus Tottenham? Are we all confident or what? What were you all saying?
Yeah, I'm confident.
I was going to say, not everybody start at once. But yeah.
No, I'm confident because, like, it's kind of like how you felt to start with, like Spurs do look good. Like, their first game, they look good. Like, they've made some good signings, but it's still Spurs. Like, they've still got that nature in them of, like, just having a horrendous performance against us. It's the same thing how we are with Arsenal at the minute. Where, like, we could still look good going into a game against Arsenal, and we'll still find a way to somehow fuck it up.
Mm-hmm. And that's the same sort of thought that I have going into this game. The biggest thing for me is the mental block between the two sides. If that can get breached, then you know what? This might be a different Tottenham side. Until then, I think the best that they can get is a draw. They'll probably celebrate a draw like it's a win. But yeah, we move. Is what
I think we win. I think we win as well. This is the most confident fixture that I always have. Tottenham at home, because it's usually always the same, a W. If we draw, it's usually a madness. Even though famous last words, everything like that. I know, setting ourselves up to get clipped massively, but we shouldn't lose to Tottenham at home. We simply shouldn't. Simply shouldn't. I'm seeing 4-1 in the comment section. 4 goals from this squad is going to be a madness right now. That says more about Tottenham if that happens than it does about us. We can go to a predicted lineup. Give me a second.
I mean, you can do the front three straight away.
The front three speaks for itself. It's just more about the back five and the midfield.
I would honestly put Ziyech in, though, because he does score against Tottenham. He scored a few against Tottenham for Chelsea and for Ajax. No, he scored in a few over the past couple of years.
Ajax. Yeah.
And Chelsea as well. He scored last season and the season before against Spurs.
The season before, did he?
Yeah, in Lampard's the season Lampard bought.
No, he didn't. No, he did not.
Yeah, he did. Check.
Why are you making stuff up?
He didn't, bro.
No. Because when we played Spurs, we drew 0-0 with them.
And then in Tuchel's game in the reverse fixture was 1-0 Jorginho penalty. I get the Ajax one.
Are you a Chelsea fan?
Why are you lying?
Wait. Are you a Chelsea fan?
That don't mean he's not a Chelsea fan.
No, he does. He keeps making stuff up.
No, he was just wrong.
I was going to say last season he scored 3 times against them, but 2 was in a friendly, so I'm not really counting that. He scored once in January.
That's the game. That's it. Okay, I completely forgot. I was trying to figure out what everyone meant by he always scores. Forgot all about that fixture, the Mine series. Surprised they didn't bring that back. I actually like that.
Yeah, you see, he scores.
What about did he not play in the Carabao Cup games?
No, not the friendly. Not the friendly. No, not friendly.
Yeah, you're talking about the friendly, innit?
I'm talking about the friendly. Yeah, he scored 2 in the friendly and he scored 1 in the league.
Ziyech does well in the big games. He scores against City. He scores against Spurs. He normally scores against the big teams.
He normally sits on the bench.
That's the way I see it. Like City high line, Atletico played a high line in the second leg and they got exposed.
2 games against City.
City's up 1-0.
Who assisted that Atletico goal, by the way?
Werner.
The guy is similar to Lukaku. That can make it in a possession team game.
A shit player assisted it.
I know. I find it funny. I know. I just find it funny.
Why? He's found his level.
Yeah, he's at Leipzig. He's
Atletico is his level.
No, Leipzig is his level. I swear, if I know Timo Werner, that wasn't a pass, that was a shot. And he assisted against
I'm talking about City game. And who
Who
assisted?
assisted? Did you say is Haaland assisted?
who?
Did Haaland
Yeah.
assist? Oh, nice.
Who
Haaland.
else thinks that we potentially might go for Kane next summer on a free?
No.
On a free?
Yeah, because his contract
Free?
runs out.
No, he's not.
No, he's got
Contracted
2
does
years.
not.
He's gonna
Next year,
stay.
he's still
He's
got
gonna.
a year left.
Why you keep making shit up,
he's gonna
man?
stay at Tottenham until
I'm
he
sure he's
retires.
got one or 2 years left.
No,
He-
he
He's
had
gonna
3
stay
years
at
left
Tottenham
last
until he
year.
retires.
So
He's got 2
hold
years
on a
left this
second.
year.
Hold
He's got
on.
1 year the
Did
next.
you just say we get him for free, and then you said you sure he has 1 or 2 years left?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be. I thought he was going to be 1 year. I thought it was 1 year left. My bad.
This education, man, I tell you.
Yeah, your education of this panel is going quite well for you.
And I'm glad
Yeah,
you're learning.
He's definitely retiring at Spurs. Like
You can retire with 0 trophies, bro. It's all
he
good.
probably will, like, but that's his own fault.
Yeah, he
His
can hold
brother.
that. You got Stockholm syndrome if you're still at Tottenham in your 30s. Or near 30s. However old he is, I don't even fucking know anymore. Right. Oh, wrong click. What was that? Do
Fofana
you
got
think...
yellow card against Arsenal and
What?
yeah,
Fofana got a red card.
yellow card
Oh, fucking hell.
against
cool.
Arsenal.
Yeah, don't get a second, please.
How do you know a player doesn't want to play for you when you pick him?
By the way, the big signing the big signing that people keep talking about, that key signing, or what's the name of it? I think if it's gonna be a big signing, it will be probably that the Young thing. Which is big if. By the way, if anybody wants to good read about Fofana or about De Jong, please go to my Twitter, the one that I retweeted. It's a really good read, and you will understand how deep.
There was a sorry to interrupt. There was a thread that I retweeted as well about De Jong and about the people that keep thinking that he plays similar to. It's like he's a Jorginho replacement when he's not.
Is it the guy with Canada?
Oh, Jesus scored 1-0.
Let me see. Yeah, what, the Maple Leafs?
Yeah,
Like,
Maple Leafs.
Yeah, I think it might have been the same one.
That's the same guy. Really good read.
That
was a clever finish from Jesus.
What do those mother Canuckers know about football, man? Come on.
Well, they know more than some of people over here, but De Jong.
Apparently, it was a great goal. Apparently, it was a
really good finish.
Scored as well. Oh, see,
Yeah.
oh, that's annoying because it helps my FPL, but it's an Arsenal player scoring. That's annoying.
Right, let's have a look at this Jesus goal.
Really good finish. Really good finish.
Just before we do the lineup for Chelsea v Tottenham. Nearly accidentally played the commentary. Right, let's have a look at this. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Just standing foot, just finessed it into the top right.
I wonder if it's a goal or it's like if he meant it or it was try to be a cross, you know?
Nah, he meant that. He 100% meant that. Guys, looking at the goal and everything, it's angled correctly. It's not in an angle where he's trying to cross anyway. It's a good finish. Good finish. Right, let's do the lineup. Chelsea v Spurs. In the comment section as well, any super chat, any amount, you get to pick anybody to stay in the lineup, and we can't really remove them. Yeah, let's just get straight into it. Fucking glitch again. Can't be bothered. Right.
Sorry, this starting lineup's so easy, Lewis. It's just.
I was going to say.
Just a base Cucurella with Chilwell, and that's it. That's what
I was going to say that's probably what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Oh wait, the Christensen glitch still exists. Mad.
Yeah.
I can't get rid of it. It's fucking jarring.
Also,
it's
on
like
a side note,
it's like a returning STD. Can't get rid of it.
Also, on a side note, I just saw that Werner goal. Fucking hell.
The Bundesliga, bruv.
Fucking hell. That goalkeeper, man. Jesus Christ.
Right, back three is going to be the same.
I was watching Bundesliga game yesterday. Borussia played against somebody.
Freiburg, was it? Something like that?
Yeah, and it was a strike. It was 1-1. That goalkeeper just horrible, man. When the first goal for Borussia was horrible horrible goalkeeping.
Ray Allen, thank you.
Not too
Thank you again,
surprised.
man. Silence in the panel. Respect.
In terms of the back three, by the way, I'd say the
Have
same.
you found
that
out how
started
many years
against
Kane's got
Everton.
left in his contract yet? We're going to buy him for free.
Right, so
Also,
I'm guessing back three stays the same.
just want to point something out as well, because it was brought up earlier. Ziyech never scored against Spurs under Lampard.
Yeah, well, I knew that.
Oh yeah, we
Well,
already
of course
knew
he didn't. Ziyech only played one game against Spurs.
Just want to point that out.
Somebody's ass on
under that
fire
so.
today, is it?
Actually,
So, if that's the truth, then I hold my hands
Then
up.
hold your second
I
L
don't
in
mind
one.
being wrong. I don't mind being
Hold the
wrong.
second L in one stream, man.
Christ.
Second?
Yeah, clutching there.
Oh, mad. Right, back three. Same
You
back
better
three as
squeeze that
Everton.
chick with those chicks for those L's, man.
Well, yeah.
Same back three as Everton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The only question is it going to be Cucurella on the left wing or what's his
It's
name?
going to be Cucurella.
Cucurella.
I'd want to see Cucurella over a full 90 anyway.
It doesn't mean Chilwell might not come on.
I think Aspi will go off second half and Chilwell will come on, and then Cucurella will shift into centre back, and Koulibaly's shift to the right.
Depends on what position we're in the game, I think. Actually, no, because Aspi gets gassed a
Are
lot
we
more.
pretending
a lot
to?
earlier
Are
now.
we now pretending to start
It's hot as well.
calls on substitution now?
Yeah.
Let's
Because the
let's
first team is so
let's try to
predictable.
let's try to make a first line. We'll see how it goes before we start substitutions things.
I think 5 will definitely happen.
Oh, yes, yes.
Big up. I think the midfield and the front three speak for itself, to be honest.
Yeah, with Kovacic
Yeah,
in-
there's the only question for this lineup is going to be Cucurella or without Cucurella.
Can we just put Sterling on the left in this one? I don't like.
Yeah, same.
Even though
I was actually on a stream yesterday with Lewis, and there was a Tottenham guy thinks that what's his
They're
name?
going to dominate possession against us.
Dominant possession against
So-
Chelsea.
That is
So,
wild.
can I just
You
tell
can
you,
tell.
Alex,
You can tell he's never watched a Conte game in his life.
Alex, can I tell
I
you how many-
actually I respect Alan. I've watched
Yeah,
him
he's a good
before.
guy.
that.
No, but
He's a good
that was a
guy.
mad
No.
take.
I'm saying like he's a good guy. Like when I watch him on the streams at what's his name at Terrace and our streams, he usually common sense guy. But that was
Alex,
that was the odd one.
Alex, can I tell you how many times I've heard this over the last 20 years? We're going to do this, we're going to do that. I'll tell you, man, it's the only fan base that asks for respect for doing nothing. You know what I mean? It's like winning.
Yeah.
Oh, we won 8 games in a row last season. Okay, how many relegation teams do that to stay up? You know what I mean? It's like, it's not impressive, dude. You know what I mean? Do something, and then we might respect you. Like, okay,
And
These
I-
guys
another
have one game
thing
a week
that-
for most of the season too.
Another thing, he doesn't think that Chelsea had a major injury problems last season.
Oh yeah, and also he doesn't want to count the goals from the start of the season, only from January when Chelsea comes in.
yeah, that's
Exactly.
what Spurs fans would do. Remember when we beat them like last season 3 times in the space of like 2 weeks, and they're
Yeah.
like, oh well, we have to play Harry Winks and this guy, but they don't factor in injuries we also had as well, and we have to
We
pin
played
out wing back
Melanza,
and stuff.
Sowell,
Yeah,
Alonso.
exactly. And it's just
Pepper.
like, you know, we all had injuries and we still beat you. Like, it's not, you know, this is not a different Tottenham team.
I don't want to hear from any other club comparing their injuries ever. What their injuries, what we had injuries. Even
No, I hear
Liverpool,
from-
even
I hear
Liverpool, even
Their
Liverpool,
one was bad.
even who?
I said Liverpool's was bad, to be fair.
Van Dijk and the other one.
I think they lost Van Dijk and Gomez, their 2 starting centre back, and potentially Matip across some of the season as well. They lost their 3 starting centre backs.
And we
Liverpool
lost.
one injury from Van Dijk or Salah away from just dropping completely out
Out of what?
of the race for major
Race for
title
what?
They're not in the
for
race
Champions
for the title,
League and the title.
And Yeah, and that's with Liverpool.
They lose one
playing
of them.
game a week. But that's with Liverpool
No,
playing
no.
one game a week in the
Somebody's
second half of the
mic
season.
making
By the
mad
way.
noise.
Yeah, Ziad. Try pull yourself a bit further away from the mic, bro.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't be Kai. Don't breathe like Darth Vader.
And this Ziad Vader shit. I don't know. I don't even know if it's Ziad or not, but they're all saying it's him in the
I
comments.
think it is.
Oh,
Okay,
maybe he
whoever
is right.
that is mad. Oh, that was you, Andrew, you bastard.
This is the best.
You released
This
your
is the
consultation.
This is the best predicted lineup we've ever done, and it was the quickest as well.
Yeah, it's because like we're like kind of set with like everywhere. Whereas like, but like last season we could actually have debates about like who is actually going to start between Havertz and Lukaku when they were both fit. Whereas like Broja's not starting, like he's just not starting.
Not
No
yet.
matter how many of us want him to start, he's not starting. And it's like
Who
Mount.
wants him to start? Who wants Broja to
I do.
start?
I wouldn't mind, but I don't think it's realistic.
It's not realistic, but I want him to. Havertz has shown me nothing. Like nothing in
Yeah,
preseason.
no, I
nothing in
don't.
the
He's a
first
big
game.
gameplay though, Havertz. He's a big game.
I keep hearing this big game player nonsense. Man
not
turns
a
up
big
once
game
in a
player,
year.
mate.
I'm not
not
saying he's great. I'm not saying he's great, but in the big games he does score. He does play well.
Okay, without
scored
using
against
the
Tottenham
letters,
last year.
without using the letters U, C, and L, please tell me what big game he turned up in last season.
Tottenham
In what game? In the league or in the cup?
in the league.
He didn't score in the league.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
No, he
Or we
didn't.
Or was that in the? Was that
Do you
the?
actually
Was that the cup?
watch Chelsea
Or was
games?
that the cup?
I don't
Or was?
understand. Do you actually
Or was that the
watch-
cup?
No, you're talking about the cup, and that was an own
It was
goal.
Okay,
an
it might
own
be in
goal.
the cup.
It was an
Okay,
own
yeah,
goal.
yeah. No, yeah, no, it wasn't an own goal. It was not an
Yes,
own
it
goal.
was. It was
It
two
was an
own
own
goals.
goal.
It
It
was
wasn't
on
on
target.
goal.
Are we
So
talking
it
about the
wasn't-
one?
No, that's
Are we
an
talking
own
about the
goal.
Ben
It's a
Davies?
It wasn't
two
an
goal?
own
own
goal.
goals, man.
Are we
No, you're talking
Ben
about
Davies?
Ben Davies. You're talking about Ben Davies. I'm
No,
talking about Havertz when he hit it and it was
Both of
going
them
in,
were down as own goals.
and it came off Sanchez.
No, it wasn't go. His shot was going wide. It wasn't going in.
No, it wasn't because he got rewarded for the goal.
What?
So how could it have been going wide?
What game are we talking about?
I don't know if that was the EFL or if
Who
that was
in the
the
cup?
Premier League.
Why are we asking this guy? He doesn't know anything. What's going on? I don't know.
Oh no! He's correct. He's correct.
That
He's
was
correct.
not that. I don't care what anyone
Thank
says.
you.
That was
Oh, no,
It was
correct.
he scored in the first.
That's an
Yeah,
own
he
goal.
scored in the first leg of the semi-final.
Yeah, I thought it was two own goals. I actually did. No, he's correct on that one. Give him the flowers for it.
We'll watch it.
Regardless, so you can bring up one game in an EFL semi-final that he scored that he's turned up in from last season.
Champions League final, Liverpool
I
last
said
season he
without-
scored
I
against.
said
All right,
without
Liverpool.
using
All right,
the
Liverpool.
letters
All right,
UC and L,
Liverpool.
'cause that's what
Liverpool
everyone
last season
brings
Premier
up.
League. Liverpool last season Premier League he scored.
Cool. So 2 games across a 60-game season, including all the games we played.
Yeah, I'm
And the
What
Club
game
World Cup.
did
I can think
who?
of three
Kai
games off the top of
Havertz
my head.
scored against Liverpool.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
the
he
header
did.
from the corner.
yeah.
1-1 at the Etihad.
It takes him half a year to get up to speed to get the.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying he's a solution, but I'm just saying if we're playing tomorrow, why would you play Broja? Let's be honest. Havertz
Because
is a better
Havertz
player.
is-
As much as Havertz isn't good enough maybe to play long term, he's still better than Broja. Let's be real.
Based on what? Like what
I
attributes
can't
about
say
him?
yet
What have we
whether he's
seen?
better than Broja. I can't.
What do
say
you mean
yet.
based on what? Based on just everything? Just based on him as a player? He's a better player.
His link-up
All-round
play is
player.
better.
Bro, I
His-
can't
His
his-
like
link-up plays, his link-up play is better.
His link-up play is better.
His football
His
intelligence
position-
is better as well.
No, it's not.
His positioning,
His positioning in the box is worse. His first touch is maybe better, fair enough. His in terms
Maybe.
of instinct of where to be in the box is much worse than Broja.
Do not say.
He's got more physicality. He's got more
yeah.
about him in terms of killer instinct.
It's not a surprise, Lewis, is it?
I don't know about killer instincts because
What do you mean?
he scored 6 goals last season so for Southampton. So I wouldn't. He was good, but I wouldn't go overboard with it.
We're defending a player.
I've
by
said
the way.
all my
I'm
stuff.
just going to point out, like we're defending a player who scored less goals than Lukaku did in a system that suits him in more minutes.
I'm not. You're making this a very polarized thing. I'm not saying I want Havertz to be the long-term solution to
Jesus
Chelsea.
scored
I'm saying
again.
for tomorrow.
I don't want Havertz starting tomorrow. Again, if I'm going based on what he did against Everton, which was nothing, like literally nothing.
And what did
apart from
Broja do against Everton?
More than Havertz did in the time he had.
What? Name me
more
one
than
thing he
Havertz
done.
did.
Name me one thing he done is weird on this.
He showed
do you
that he
mean?
wanted to play for starters.
Exactly.
Havertz didn't show that for any of the games.
That's
Made
just a
runs that
perspective.
Havertz-
That's not
made
really
runs that
reality.
Havertz-
That's your opinion.
Well, no,
Listen,
it's
I think
actually
we're
fact.
falling
It's actually-
into
it's actually
this
fact.
guy's shit. So let's have this guy come in. I
Man's
like to
talking
give
about
players
opinions.
more
But
opinion.
I was going to say, man's talking about perspective
Why
and opinions. But all of this is opinions, bro. That's why we do this. It's all opinions.
Look, let's just
No, of
leave
course,
it
but
at
to
this.
say he's not working hard, or he doesn't want to be,
leave
or he
it.
doesn't want to play.
Let's
Not
leave
working-
it. Let's
not
leave it at this. Brozier is inexperienced and needs time to at least show what he can do.
Yeah.
Havertz has been majorly overrated and needs to prove himself as well this season.
Agreed.
Kevin De Bruyne scored.
Because that's the only way we're getting it. I'll be real. I'm so tired of Havertz debates and hearing
Yeah.
the same excuses for
Havertz
Kai and
needs to
everything
st-
like
Havertz
that. He can
needs to
either prove himself on the pitch or prove everyone right. Simple.
Havertz-
Yeah, I'm
Havertz
not
needs
defending.
to
I'm
stop.
not defending Havertz. I'm just saying for tomorrow, we're in the position
Yeah,
we're
safety
in.
blanket
We haven't got
Burnley's not
Aubameyang.
there
We
to
haven't got
protect
Ronaldo.
him.
We haven't got
We
Neymar.
have to play Havertz on experience alone, and if he plays well, good. About fucking time, and maybe he can continue to build on that. If not,
Exactly, but
then
it won't
you
be
know
enough.
what?
Tomorrow
Brozier
won't be enough.
or play Brozier for Leeds then. If Havertz flops again tomorrow, that's the way I see it.
It's it. Arsenal winning the league. I'm convinced.
Jesus. None of these Arsenal fans mentioned Jesus until he signed for them. But there we go.
Fucking believe he scored again. Can't be arse, man.
I can't lie.
I don't think he'll score more than 15 Prem.
We have to hold the L on that.
Who,
We should have
Jesus?
been all right.
No, we
Yeah,
don't.
Jesus. I don't
it's
reckon he's
already on
that
three
level.
now.
He played in the City team. He did appreciate he did start on the bench a lot of the time, but he played in the free-flowing City team that created so many chances and scored so many goals. And he's a centre forward. He's meant to be a natural goal scorer, and he only scored 15 goals last season.
He only
In that
held the
team?
L if
Playing
we
as a
seriously went
winger,
into
by
it,
the way.
did it?
Playing as a winger.
Yeah,
Can't
but
go-
regardless, you're getting chances. He's meant to be a finisher. So when you get those chances, you're meant to be deadly, and he's just not. That's hence why they got rid of him, and they were so desperate for a striker because I mean they already had a striker, but they didn't play him. They didn't play as with a striker because he wasn't good enough.
This guy almost got a hat trick already, man.
Scott.
Because
Oh,
he's
yeah.
an incredible player, man. We do have to hold out.
No,
Why?
I mean,
Why
like if
that
we
weren't
win
in
for
for
him and we didn't get
Make
it, then
that
yes,
little
but
inquiry.
we did
No,
not
no,
deserve
that's
it.
what I mean in terms of he was there. Like
Oh,
we should have
okay.
gone for him. Like that's like if he ends up balling, like that's someone we should have gone for. We have to like because there was at least reports, whether like how concrete they were, how much we actually wanted him, fair enough. But if he's going to Arsenal and balling out and doing bits, like we do have to hold the L on that in terms of that's something we could have done.
If we wanted him, if he really wanted him as a starter, we would have got him. He just knew he wouldn't have been a starter. Otherwise, he would have come to us.
He
Champions
would have
League.
been a
I
starter.
think
He'd
I don't
100%
think
been a starter for us.
I don't
Can't
think
hold
we
the L
even
on
wanted
players
him.
you make tentative inquiries on. and don't
3-0
go-
City as well.
But the thing is,
Well,
I don't think we even wanted him. I think he was offered to
That's
us.
what I mean. So we can't
Meanwhile,
hold
we're
the L.
talking about 1-0 Chelsea again tomorrow.
He was offered to us, so it's quite a difference.
But that's what I mean, but
Let's be
never-
honest. It says a
we
lot
never
about
took
him
him
as a
up,
player that he's accepting being in Europa
offered
League.
loads of players. You know what I mean? You know how many?
Because Sterling would never have gone to Europa League.
Foden
Never.
scored. Foden's 3-0 up, and Haaland's not even on the score sheet yet.
Nope.
And you
Hey, it's-
Liverpool fans think
Bro,
you're in a title race.
They're
Oh my
absolutely
God.
walking. They're walking this league, bro. They're
You
walking the
think
league.
you're in a
this season.
title race, Liverpool fans? Oh my God!
Not even Liverpool fans, Chelsea fans.
I was gonna say,
No.
like, they're
They're
Chelsea fans are
walking.
saying that. Stupid ones.
People,
they're walking-
people think
they're
we're
walking
going
the
near
league.
to a title challenge with
Come
even
on.
if we get 5 signings.
Come on.
No, I think if we get all our key signings, we're in the
come on.
race. We're for
They're
sure in the
playing
race.
against
Oh,
Bournemouth.
no, we're not.
If we get our signings,
They're
we
playing
are because
against
we
three
weren't
boys.
far off last
They
year.
are playing against
what do you mean?
Bournemouth. Come
I'll
on.
explain it if you let me.
We
If you
will
give me the
lose
chance,
at
I'll
the
Yeah, I
explain
can't
it.
lie. They are
Same way
playing
we
against
always do.
Bournemouth. It is Bournemouth. I mean, let's
How
be
do
honest.
we
Come
do against
on, man.
Bournemouth? Can
Bournemouth
someone
plays
remind me?
open game. That's what like a
Say,
prescription for the
we're
the
talking
community
like
by-
We're
by
talking like the
City.
last time we played Bournemouth, we didn't get battered 4-0 or whatever.
Are we
A
talking
few
about
years
last
ago,
time?
yeah.
Are we
Bournemouth
talking
had
about
a
Chelsea?
free
Are we
fight
talking
and then
about
lost 4 at Stamford
Didn't we lose to
City?
West Ham away last season as well?
I was going to say, let's not do this, man.
Oh, yeah,
They're
West Ham
walking the
are
league.
nothing.
They're walking the
We
league.
know
You
that.
say
That's
that. You
before
say that. Let me
injuries as
explain
well.
how they're not
It's not like
walking
we've
the
only
league
won
potentially.
once at their new ground.
That's before our injuries as well. We lost to West Ham. Before
Think
our
about
injuries
last
kicked in.
season. We made no signings under Tuchel apart from Saul and Lukaku. Both he didn't want, and Lukaku flopped. Saul flopped. So essentially, you can say he had no signings last season, Tuchel. And we were still the third most.
So
We
who
never had a
was his
striker. We
signing?
still
What are you
created the
talking
third
about?
most. We created the fourth most chances, and we scored the third most amount of goals
that's,
in the
I
league.
get it. I hate that fucking stat with a
No,
passion.
no. But what the point I'm making is, with these transfers that we've already made, plus we're going to make. We're going to make
still
more.
not.
We're just a few key pieces away from challenging. I'm not saying it's going to be a walk, of
We're
course.
not.
When there's
We're
City
not.
involved, it's
We're
never.
not.
But I
We're
think
not.
we'll finish above Liverpool. Look at
bro,
definitely
Gator,
above
so-
Liverpool.
Wait,
I'll have a bet with someone that will finish above Liverpool. I'll have a bet with someone.
Hold on.
Can I ask you a question?
Scott, wait, hold on 1 second, Scott. Hold on 1 second, Scott. You do know, just because we're better than everyone else in the league does not then equate to us being on City's level. Like, things are not black and white.
You
know
don't
that,
have
right?
to be on City's level to win the league. That's what people forget. That's what people mistake. That to win the league, you just need to win the games. Look at
we just need to
Conte.
win.
Conte essentially could play shit football this year, but win 30 games like he did with us in that season. That's 90 points. With
He's
30
not doing
games.
that.
He can play
He's not
shit
doing
and win
that, Spurs. He's not
No,
doing
but
that,
I don't
Spurs.
think he will.
He's
But
not
I'm
doing that,
saying
Spurs.
no. But the point I'm making is he could do that. Still not be better than City, but still rival City in terms of points. It's not about being better than City. It's about being better than the rest of the teams.
He won't
Don't have
do
to-
that. He won't
Can
do
I
that.
ask a question? What do you consider a
Can I put
challenge?
2 sentences together? You guys been talking the whole stream.
Something like Liverpool last season. That was a
Oh,
challenge.
it's a pen.
So hang on. Well, Liverpool
Or maybe being 5 points off, 4 points off at the end of
Bro,
the
you
season.
guys
Maybe.
can't be real, man.
Wait. Go on, Kai. What are you saying?
Where you guys think we're finishing, like with this attack that
Third.
we have now, if we don't add any player?
Third, fourth.
Third. No players third.
I don't know, man. Like I
If
honestly
we
can't.
end the window right now, I'm not even sure about top 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying as well.
Bro, even if we
Arsenal-
end, even if we
Arsenal
end the
Spurs
window
have much better
now,
attack than us, man. Much better attack than us.
bro, even if we end the window now, we'll still finish top 4.
Yeah, 100%.
Now
I'm sure of that.
I
We
think you guys are overhyping
we
this
can,
attack.
but I'm a bit unsure. If we get Fofana in and we saw our back five, that's enough for me to confirm top 4.
Bro, I don't know,
There's
man.
no way that's
Watching
not a
Fofana
penalty.
today, man. I don't know about that guy, man. I don't know, man. He's making Maguire mistakes.
Who?
Oh, you watch? Is
Fofana.
he been flopping in the Arsenal game?
Ah, bro.
Yeah,
He's
that's the
making
second
dumb-
game that he made a couple of mistakes.
dumb
That should
decisions,
be a
man.
penalty.
Well, have they pulled it off? Have they taken it off?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a
Doesn't
Leicester
look-
penalty. I'm hearing it's a pen.
Well, I'll look
Yeah,
at
it's
the
a pen.
VAR. I'm a couple of seconds behind.
Listen, he doesn't
I'm
want
not
to be
watching
there.
it. I'm not watching it.
Yeah. Head's turned. You know what I mean?
Didn't
I don't
didn't,
know.
There's
I
no
don't
question
know.
should be a red card or not because
85
They
mil for a guy like
overturned
this. I don't
it.
know.
Ah.
Yeah, of course they will. Arsenal, man. They're
Bastards.
Wait.
Bro,
Bastards.
but
Yeah,
but
I
Jesus,
don't
man.
think we're
Ah.
winning the league. Regard, we ain't winning the league. Not this
he's
season.
looking good, man. Jesus looking good. Not gonna lie.
We need more goals to we need that goal scorer to win the league. Sterling will score, but we need another goal scorer
We need
that's going to score 20
creativity
Prem
as well,
goals.
my friend. We also need
I was
quicker
going to say
passing
we
in the
need
midfield.
creativity. We need
But
more in midfield.
and we will get
Oh,
midfield.
Ion,
We're
the
likely to get
midfield we've
midfield.
got.
Not
I
likely.
don't know,
All
man.
depends on De Jong. If De Jong
If
falls
De Jong
through, we're
doesn't
not
come
linked
in,
with
who else are
anyone.
we getting?
Mateus Nunes we're linked with.
We're not linked to
We're
Mateus
not linked
We're
with
not
him.
linked. You,
not linked.
bro. With all due respect, yeah, you said we're gonna come fucking lecture us yesterday. All you've been lecturing us is how to make fucking mistakes, and you've not been watching Chelsea games, man. You're making up stuff as you go along, bro.
I'm not making up stuff. Check out the
You
Mateus.
did. You
You can
said-
type
you
it in
s-
Google now. Mateus Nunes
You
Chelsea.
said
You'll
Ziyech.
see the
You said
links.
Ziyech.
There's
About
no
months.
reasons links.
There's no
They were
links.
linked
Yeah,
from
but-
like
but what
about
I'm-
2-3 weeks ago.
There's
But
no
you
links.
doubt these other journalists because if that was if that was a Daily Mail or something, you might that was coming out with the source. You might take more credibility.
It's came up a few times.
This is how a lot of the transfers come about. Smaller, you hear little rumblings from the country. It doesn't
Mateus
nothing material,
Nunes
and it's
is more
something out
linked
of
to
nowhere.
Liverpool right now than he is to Chelsea.
Lewis, he
Yeah,
got
no,
linked to
hold on,
us.
hold on a second.
Only
Hold
'cause
on.
they need a
I got,
midfielder as well, they've just come after
Andrew,
it.
hold on a second. Cicada, you saying that those rumors that you believe you don't believe, but you believe rumors that we talked about Neymar in the beginning of the season. You willing
believe
to
both
believe
rumours.
Neymar
I believe-
rumors?
Yeah,
in
and
the
the Mateus Nunes rumours. I believe both.
There's been no prolonged.
What's your point?
sustained-
You're,
It's
No,
not even
my
every
point.
other
You're
week.
officially the tie of the
These,
Chelsea
these
fan base.
rumors, these rumors about Nunez are about as strong as the Milinkovic-Savić rumors.
Dude, he got linked to us because George.
Don't say that,
Mendes
Scott.
met
Jester
Bowley.
might be watching, bro.
That's all it was.
Jester
No, I'm not even
I
joking.
personally think if we don't get De Jong, I think we'll get Nunes. But I think we'll get De Jong. But if not, I do think we'll go in for Nunes.
I don't know, man. The only reason we're going for De Jong
You
is
also
because
believe we're
it's a
getting
really
Neymar.
good midfielder and a really good deal, and then it's an opportunity. That's the only reason we're going for it. I don't see us going like specifically for a midfielder, at least based on not based on what Tuchel been saying. But the last place we're looking at is midfield. But
No,
that
we're looking
also
at
could
De
be
Jong.
changed.
That's a
That
fact.
also could be
We're looking at
changed.
De Jong.
It's,
That's pretty much a fact.
Yeah, but De Jong is an opportunity, bro. It's not like we're looking at him because we know I'm a midfielder. We're looking at him because it's a good deal. He's a very, very good midfielder, and it's an opportunity.
And
for us
he'll
to get-
improve our team, our first 11.
Yeah. I never said that he won't improve our team. I love De
Yeah.
Jong, man. You're talking to the wrong guy. But I don't know if the reason we're looking for him is because we want a midfielder, or is we're looking at him because it's De Jong himself. You know what I mean?
I think
I've
both.
already said throughout the window, I don't think Tuchel prioritizes the midfield. We were told it was going
Bro,
to be
do
the
Arsenal
last
have
thing
better
we looked at
midfield
in
than
the
us?
window.
No, they don't. They're still scoring
No.
goals. It's the attackers.
Yeah, our midfield.
Bro,
I've
have
been
you
saying
seen
it. Our
this Timo
midfield is
Werner
good.
goal?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
no,
have.
I told you it was wank. It's terrible. It was such a bad...
Goalkeeper, man.
This is the
Jesus
league that
Christ.
people are hyping up, by the
Oh
way.
my God.
Fuck me, man.
Good
Yeah.
Lord, man.
French league is much better than German league. I'm sorry, I don't care what people say. French
Yeah.
league is a much
Yeah.
better,
That
competitive.
100% agree.
You noticed that take Bakayoko out of that equation, but like when French midfielders come to the Premier League, they're very, very good.
It's not even.
Adapt
I've said
easier.
this before.
Adapt
I've
easier.
said this before, by
Yeah.
the way. It's not even just midfielders. I can list like 10 players that comfortably have come to this league from the
Any
French league
position.
and have smashed in most
Yep.
positions. You look at
Any
like
position.
It's a physical league, right?
you look
Yeah,
at like
it's a
you
really
look at like
physical league,
Fofana, sorry, Payet, Hazard. You look at Drogba. You look at who else has come.
Because it's a physical league.
Thierry
It's not like a
Henry,
league.
Benzema,
Tielemans, Thierry Henry, yeah, like that have
Essien.
come to this league.
Essien.
Essie and
Essien.
Makalele.
Like they come to this league and they smash it.
Makalele came from Real Madrid.
But he was originally from the
Yeah, he's French. Yeah, but he never played in. He didn't play in Ligue 1.
Look at Zlatan.
You're
Right.
saying Makalele never played in Ligue 1?
No, I'm saying he didn't come from Ligue 1. But yeah, if you're naming just French players, then yeah,
Aspi
let's just
as
go
well,
through the
yeah.
French one.
No,
Aspi, yeah.
Aspie, yeah.
he came from Ligue 1 before
Thierry
he joined.
Henry.
Fuck, I completely forgot as well. Kante as well. Fucking hell.
Kante, yeah.
Like
But
these,
that's
no,
yeah,
we
usually
bought
from
him
League-
directly
He came
from
from
Real
League
Madrid.
3 or something. In
it's the easiest league to transition.
League
from.
Baguette, bro. He came from League Baguette.
Yeah, because
I mean, of course, there's the flops, but of course, there's the flops, but there's not compared to the like Bundesliga flops versus.
Yeah.
Alex, have you seen the team at Werner goal?
Saying that,
No.
I would love Lewandowski.
You
actually. I would
gotta
have loved
watch it.
Lewandowski. Actually.
Watch it,
I
bro.
actually don't think Lewandowski will do as good in the Premier League.
Let's watch
I
that
don't
goal.
know, man.
Watch that goal, Alex.
I think he
That
would, but then
Bundesliga
there's questions
tactics
over
empty.
the fact that he
No.
never
I'm
came.
not saying he wouldn't do good. I don't think he would have done good as he would
As
have
good
done
as he
Bro,
does in the
as
Bundesliga. Yeah.
in
Yeah,
Bundesliga.
yeah.
I
Listen,
agree. I would have been like, if we
somebody-
got a 20-goal season out of him, I'd be very happy. Very
Lewis,
happy.
Yeah.
somebody told me something really interesting.
Nah, I think more than
if a
20.
player-
I think with
If a player
Lewandowski.
scores 40 goals in the Bundesliga, just deduct 20 goals and start from there. So if he scored 40 goals in the Bundesliga, he'll
Nah,
score
but
20 in the
Lewandowski,
Premier
I
League.
think he's a different animal. I think he could play in it.
No, the
Personally,
Bundes.
he's
Why
one
do
of
you
those
think he
players.
never left the Bundesliga until
No,
now?
yeah, I get that. I get
And
that.
the only
Obviously,
reason why he's left is because he was realized he can't get the Ballon d'Or there.
I don't know,
That's
Lewis.
why
I've
he's
seen him
pushing
against
with his
English
heart
teams.
to go to Spain.
Nah, I've seen Lewandowski versus English teams at the champ. And no, bro,
Yeah, no,
I
he's
don't
pulled out
think
against
so.
English
People
teams.
used to say
but
that about-
it's always a much more open league it's a much more open
Yeah.
competition
To be
in the
fair,
Champions.
I don't think it just comes down to the Ballon d'Or. I think he left just to wants a new challenge. Like he's done everything he can do. He's won the Champions League. He's won the league multiple times. He's broken the record
He
for
was
the
on a
number
very
of
good
goals
salary
scored
as
in a
well,
single-
Scott.
Yeah, he's
He was
broken the
making a very
record
good
for the
living
number
there.
of goals scored in a single season, I think, or a single year. It's one of the two. Like, there's literally nothing more he can do apart from break his own record.
Yep.
Look.
Barcelona's a nice place to
do you know
retire.
what's frustrating?
The
though?
reason-
No one
the
is coming
reason
up with
why
a
I'm
solution
the
of
reason
who we
why I'm
need. No
saying
one
that
is.
Lewin-
We're all
Can
talking
I
about striker
say
problem.
sentence?
But
One
yeah, go
sentence.
ahead.
The reason why I'm saying Lewandowski is questionable, even in the Championship League against English teams, who does he play against? Usually
Arsenal.
he plays
Us.
the ones that open.
7-2,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? The
Played
ones
us
that,
under Lampard, by the way.
How much
Yeah.
did we lose that game?
but
7-2,
the
right?
ones that we
7-1
played like
aggregate.
under all the
7-1,
Chelsea,
alright.
they struggle in the Bundesliga because they struggle to
did.
break it.
I know. He did do it against Real Madrid as well when he was at Borussia Dortmund. So
Real
he's
Madrid,
goals.
Barcelona.
Yeah. No,
Four in
but,
one game.
no, I'm saying like usually the ones
We very
the
rarely
the
played
offense.
since
The
Arsenal
usually
left
the style
Champions
of
League.
play that Lewandowski faced against English teams are usually opened like Liverpool. It was like, you see what I'm saying? Like the openness of the like high lines, defense.
Did he
You see
play
what I'm saying?
against Liverpool in 19? I can't remember. Did he play in 19 against Liverpool? Because I
I
don't remember him doing much if he did.
Lewandowski.
When Liverpool knocked them out.
I think he played. I think he did
If he
play.
did, I
he
can't
He
remember
scored
him
in the
doing
second
much.
leg. He scored at the Allianz, didn't he?
Right. So they kept. I know they still went through, though, didn't they? So he's not. That's what I mean. They kept him. I know he scored, but But Arsenal aren't in the Champions League anymore, so that's why very rare English teams play Bayern Munich.
Bro, but Jesus looks like a player, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna be a hater. He looks like a player, bro.
I was already saying this.
I think what's
know
his
who he
name
remind
is
me of?
getting the first
He
five.
remind me of a bit of Alexis Sanchez. You remember Alexis Sanchez when he first came to
No
Arsenal?
way. Come on.
And he was so fucking clinical, man. One against the keeper.
Nothing like Sanchez.
Yes, he is. He's literally a winger who could play striker, and he was very clinical.
Other way around, bro.
I'll wait to see how he
You don't
does
think so,
in,
Scott? You don't think
January.
he's similar?
No. He's a striker who can play winger. He's the other way around. bro.
Yeah. But you don't think that there's similarity in his play and the way he
No.
Genuinely,
was
I
finishing?
can't lie. I didn't watch that much.
Why,
practice.
Scott?
I
He
didn't really
played.
play that much.
He played winger. He didn't play
He's a
striker.
completely different player.
He's a striker
No,
that
they're
can
not.
play
I'm
winger.
not saying they're different. Obviously, they're different players.
Jesus
But I'm saying
played
there's
winger
similarities in the way
at
they play.
in Brazil.
No, he played striker.
And
The only
he
time he
played
got moved out,
right.
the only time he got moved out to the wing is when Richarlison came in and started playing and being involved in the team. That's when he got moved out wide.
No, he
'Cause,
means not for the national teams. He means playing in Brazil. He plays.
playing in Brazil.
Yeah, plays a winger most times. Yeah, he can listen.
Oh, you're talking about Richarlison. I thought you're talking about what's his name?
No, I'm talking about Jesus. But I thought when you said for Brazil, I thought you meant for Brazil.
No, he meant. I think he meant in Brazil.
Yeah, exactly, Supreme.
In
Yeah, that's
Brazilian league.
They're both
Yeah.
similar.
What's his name? He played
He did
as
both.
a
He did both.
white
He's
player.
a hybrid. He's a hybrid. He done both.
Yeah, he was never considered as a center striker.
Yeah, but
The only one was doing it was Pep moved him at City to put him as a striker.
why can't we do what City
Nah,
does?
he was a
Like how
striker.
how do City find all these players in South America and bring them into the league like nobody heard
Because
about
of their
them?
structure.
And they're
Their
just
structure.
world
I was
class.
about to say there's
We
two
got Willian.
Their structure.
Kai, there's
Nah,
two
we-
reasons for it, and they kind of link. Number one is scouting, but number two, and I've banged on about this before.
Too early,
is
bro, for banter, bro. Too early, man.
Their,
Just
their
I know,
City
I
football group, like the way they've got it, they've got clubs in all different leagues and all different countries, so they can just find the best players.
Bro,
That's
we-
all.
we used to have the best scout in Europe, bro. If you guys remember Peter Weissonglaff, whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh,
He's like
the-
our head scout. He's the
yeah,
one who got
the visa.
KDB, Courtois, but for some reason we fucking he decided to retire. We didn't replace him since.
I
That guy,
actually
man.
don't understand why. What are you saying? I'm seriously confused a little bit. Like, what do you do? You think that Jesus was success at the City?
No, I'm saying like nobody knew who he was, and he's still a pretty decent player.
A lot of teams knew. Even we were linked to him. When he
A
was
lot
in
of people
Brazil.
hyping up these players like Zinchenko and Jesus. The reason
Nah,
they've
I
done
don't-
so well is because of
don't
the
think you should
system.
mix,
It's
Zinchenko
the
and
system that
Jesus
Pep
the same
played, and
level.
everywhere else was solid. So you don't have to be great if you're just fitting in. That's why they look good, because they're around better players.
I
But see
disagree.
them at Arsenal, I think it would be a different story. To be honest.
I think if Jesus came to Chelsea, it'd be other than Sterling, would be our best attacker,
Yep.
finishing wise. And this is not me kissing his ass. I just
shit.
yeah,
That's
they
not
are
good.
shit, but I'm just saying.
Sterling scored more goals than him.
Kai, if I
You know
put-
what's
Kai,
funny?
if I
That
put-
Sterling
if I
also
put
played a lot
Raheem
more goals.
actually,
Yeah.
that's actually what
And
we
that's not
did
me being
at
biased.
City.
I just I
No,
Sterling
no,
scored
no,
more
no,
goals than
come on,
Jesus
this
last
is-
season.
This is
He
what
played more games as well.
does not make any sense, because they both at City, and they rarely played with each other.
What do you mean, Jesus and Sterling?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my
yeah,
point.
yeah.
Like, I don't
different
understand
players,
how
yeah,
you're
but-
supposed to be. Like, I don't think one has to be good because of another. I think Jesus is actually better at being without Sterling. I think Jesus right now is the best thing. Is nobody on him, like he's on his own.
He's the main man.
No,
He's
but
the
I'm
main
saying-
man, exactly.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
bring
yeah,
him to
but
Chelsea, he won't be the main man again.
Who would be the main man?
That's
over
why he
him?
went to Arsenal.
That's why we're looking for somebody if we need the main man.
I would see. I don't know why people are so much against Aubameyang, man. He's been playing with impressing teams his whole career. Every team he played with is
like,
impressive.
man,
team.
you switch.
I would
from,
take him for
No,
a year.
it's not.
You
Did you
switch
just say
from
every- can I just say, did you
conversation
say-
to
Kai,
conversation.
did you
Kai,
just
I
say
couldn't-
every team he's played for has been a pressing team?
Barcelona, Arsenal at the
No.
time, it was a very good pressing team.
Arsenal
talking
were
about-
not. Arsenal were not a pressing team. They played
Pressing
Under
team,
Wenger,
yeah,
what was in
Arsenal.
the pressing team, Scott?
They played defensive football under Emery and played defensive football under
Yeah,
Arteta.
He only played 6 months under
Under
Wenger.
Werner, under
He only
Wenger
played 6 months
and
under Wenger.
Dortmund. I don't know, man. I don't know. I disagree. I think if it comes to our system, I'm willing to put like I said I will bet that he would be our top scorer if he comes this season.
I think he scored 20 Prem goals because he scores goals, and in a good team that creates chances with
There's
wing
a-
backs and
Daniel left,
Sterling.
Daniel left.
He will score goals. That's
Wait,
pretty
wait,
much
let
a
me
fact.
ask-
He's
let me ask
proven.
Scott
Just
this.
look at his stats every season.
Let me ask Scott this: do you rate any of our attackers?
No.
And
Apart
how
from
many
Sterling.
goals did they score? Let's say the league alone. Mount scored 11, right? Like our top goal scorer in the Premier League.
11.
And I think Aubameyang can outscore him easily. That he can get 11 goals easily. He literally scored 11 goals in 17 games. So I don't understand why people are against it. I'm not saying Aubameyang is a world beater, but I'm saying he's better than what we have, and he's good until we get Nkunku.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. I think people
But that's
get caught
that's
up.
my whole point, Andrew. I don't
think
think he should
people
be here
get
for another
caught
3 or
up.
4 years, but we need a patch now. We can't go to another season with all due respect, and you know I like Havertz, right? Going with him as our number one striker. I don't think we should go to the
I
season
think-
with him there.
I think people get caught up with the fact that we need to buy someone now because the attack is shit and not looking at the overall thing in a year or 2 years' time.
100%.
But we are
Just
going to get
might just-
Nkunku. Literally,
Well,
Nkunku
we
was
don't know
replaced by a
that.
new
We
striker.
have no idea.
I
about
say we have no idea. Also,
Where
can I
you
just ask
get
a
this
question?
idea
Kai,
that we
can I
will
just
get
ask a question
Nkunku?
as well? Why would
Yes, we're
Aubameyang
not
come?
guaranteed to
Well,
get
can I just ask a question? Why would Aubameyang come for 1 year? Number one, he's going to want to come for at least 2, maybe 3.
Fine, he
Yeah.
could, but you know what it reminds me of,
So
Scott?
what we
You know,
doing? No. So what we doing? What we doing next summer when he's not our number one
I'll
choice?
explain
He's
to you.
chilling on the bench with 300k a week wages.
I'll explain to you. He will do the same thing that we have done with Costa when we brought back Drogba. He would be number 2, or he would. You remember when we at 14-15 when we brought back Drogba, and it was basically a rotation between Drogba and Costa.
That
This
is
is
not
some-
even the
this
same
is-
thing.
this is some
Drogba-
fantasy
How is it not
Drogba-
the same thing?
Drogba,
This is
no,
just
it's
some
not. I'll
fantasy
tell you what,
land
hang
we're
on, Scott,
living in.
Let me answer.
Also-
Let me answer. It's not the same thing. Drogba's
Okay.
a legend at this club already and was ready to accept that under Mourinho. He was ready to accept that role. Aubameyang will not accept being second
Yeah.
choice or third.
I think
not
no.
really
To
his
let's be
choice,
honest,
though.
this is elite business. They're gonna they'll give him a 2-3 year contract.
his
And
choice,
if
though.
he scores 20 goals,
Barcelona.
no. But I'm saying if he scores
Barcelona
20
are weak.
goals, then you're going to want to keep him. If he scores
but-
20 Prem goals,
guys,
you'll keep him for another season.
both of you
Why would
admitted
you not play him if
that-
he's scoring 20 goals?
Both of you admitted that our attack is not good enough. So we should just
Right,
go into a
but-
new season with the same attack.
If he
Okay,
scores
then-
20
then
goals next season,
I'll
if he
bring the
comes and
same
scores 20
argument- I'll
goals,
bring the
no,
same
hear me out. Hear me out for a second. If he comes next season and scores 20 Premier League goals and say 5 other goals, 25 all competitions, 25 to
60
30
million
goals,
is not high as fuck, though.
would you want to play him the following season
That's
if
true.
he's had that season? Of course you would. So it's not just the 1 year. If he does well, then he's going to start again. If he doesn't, we're a big club. You're out. Goodbye.
And it's not even like I'm standing on like Aubameyang or anybody. You can get even fucking Cristiano Ronaldo. I just want somebody who can put the fucking ball in the back of the net, because it seems like
problem
all
is you're
our attackers are dyslexic
You're looking
as
at
soon as they get
short- you're
inside
looking
the
at
box.
short-term
Exactly. You're looking at
gains.
short
Because we
term.
do need a short-term fix
No,
until we
don't.
can have
We
a
need
long-term
No,
long-term.
we
fix.
don't. Because
Yes,
in
we
because
do.
in
Yes,
2
we
years,
do.
don't.
I'm
We
sorry.
need
No,
a
we don't.
fix.
I'm
We need
sorry.
a fix.
No,
We need
sorry,
a
yeah.
We need
fix.
a long-term
I'm
fix. Don't
sorry,
get a short-term
but
fix
Mount,
means in 2
Havertz,
years or whatever.
Pulisic, and all these guys are not Chelsea living on attack.
We're
I
not
don't want to
saying-
kill
We're
But
not
that's
them.
the
saying
point
we
of a
are.
short-term fix.
So what
That
are
is
you
the
doing
point
season
of a
with them?
short-term
Why?
fix.
We will
One
lose
at a
our top
time.
4 spot.
Go,
We will
guys,
lose
so
our
much
top
to
4
talk.
spot.
The point I was saying it's a short-term fix is precisely for that. If you can't get your long-term solution now, you get the short-term fix for a year, maybe 2, until you can
3
source a
years, it's
solution.
not 2 to 3
No,
years.
1
It's
to
not
2.
short-term solution.
No, you give him a 3-year contract, but it doesn't mean you keep him there for 3 years. That's
Is
not how
that
football works.
obligation
We
for us
just
to
waste
hold
money
on a
and
He can
second?
go on
Hold
the
on.
bench. He can go on the
I'm
bench.
saying
and
that-
play
You
again.
bring him on a 3-year
can I talk
contract.
to-
If he does well
can I
next
talk to
season,
the
you
baby
give,
and
he plays
make
another
sure
year.
that can I talk to the baby and make sure that his diaper is not overfull? Listen, if you get a 2 to 3 year contract, what it means is you're still obligated to pay his salary for 2 or 3 years. You think
Yeah.
that you can get rid of him, but that does not give
But
you
he
100%.
wouldn't be a
that
bad
you can
number
get
2
rid
though.
of.
Even if we just sign him else,
He's
still
not going to
won't be a bad
accept
number
being a
who-
number 2. What?
No, the
So
point.
he
No,
leaves.
no, no,
Just-
the point is,
just-
if he does well,
Let's
you're
get a
missing
bit
the
of
point.
break. One sec. Just need to go for a few super chats. us. We'll have a little bit of peace. Same says Liverpool can still win the league or Champions Leagues. They have a pure goal scorer in their team. Salah scores 6 goals last season. Jota
Again,
scored
we-
25.
we-
Liverpool can win the league. I do agree on
No,
that. The Champions
they
League, I still
can.
think Chelsea can do it as long as they sort out their
They can.
defense.
We've been
And
living in
moving
this
forward,
La
we
La
can still
Land
be a
fantasy of
contender.
Liverpool winning another league. It's been fucking 6 years.
No, they can contend.
In-
That's
yeah, but
different. I don't
exactly.
think
But they
can
can't win it every time. Fucking City wins it. Like, when are they gonna accept this? That City is just a better team. City is
There
just
was
a better
only a
team,
1
and
point
they have
difference
better
in the
resources
last season,
than
though.
Liverpool. That's-
Nick says, still think we will go in for Zaha. And what do you guys think of David?
Oh, hot take
David
him.
needs
I
to
don't
do a
like
bit more
Zaha.
research
I don't
into.
like
Zaha.
Zaha, I've
100%.
already said bring immediately. But David,
By the
I'm
way,
not sure.
They
Go on,
are just talking about a guy again. We talk about League One, easy enough to transition. A guy who wants to leave the team, are willing to sell, and will be a decent price, and will
Who
work
would
in
you-
the system. There you go,
Who are you talking about?
David.
Jonathan David.
Is he good? I haven't been watching, to be honest.
But he smashed it for them when they won the league. Absolutely smashed it. Did well for them last season as well.
Why does he
who-
work in
for,
our system?
for which team?
David.
Lille.
Lille.
Oh, Lille.
And they're
okay.
willing to sell. He would be not that expensive. I think it's like 60 mil. Don't sign him.
Look,
He
I
works in
don't.
the
I don't mind
I
who we
don't know
sign,
that much.
Scott.
I need-
Scott,
why does
I don't
that
mind
well-
who we sign.
And as well is he's not a short-term option because
My
he'll
whole
be here
point-
for at least 4 or
My
5 years.
whole point, Scott. My whole point wasn't directly.
Who's here for
I will
4 or
repeat
5 years?
myself.
Who's
It's
David?
not about Aubameyang, and it's not about who we get. My point was we can't go into another season with the same bums on top. That's all I'm saying. bro.
I agree.
But we're not
But
having the
I'm
same bumps.
I-
We got
I-
Sterling.
No,
Sterling alone
I
doesn't improve
I
the attack.
agree, Kai. I agree that we should not be going into the season with the same front line, just adding Sterling. But the answer to that is not then signing a guy who's going to be on 300 grand a week, is going to be a short-term option at best. And when someone else comes in to replace him, he will throw a hissy fit like he did at Arsenal when he wasn't first choice. And then we have to try and move him on 300 grand a week.
I mean, that's not why he left Arsenal. He left Arsenal because they punished him because he went to visit his mom 1 extra day.
He also wasn't
She
first
had-
choice.
That's
In that
not
last season, he
that's
also
not that.
wasn't
There
first
is a
choice.
whole thing, whole file on him, how many misbehaviors he had.
Yeah, that's because Arteta's is anal, bro.
I think
Yeah,
I think it's
You got to
interesting
think
that
he went to
people
a club with
I
poor
think-
standards. He went to a club with
I
poor
think- I think-
standards, and he was there for
Oh,
5 years. It rubbed off, and then you can't blame him.
Sorry, he's
cool,
unprofessional,
whatever.
mate.
I think it's interesting how people are viewing this striker situation. It's kind of in the same way how they're viewing whether or not we'll like end up getting top 4. I agree how bad our forwards are, but like I don't think as much as I want to get rid of them and replace them this season or this summer, I don't think it's necessarily that much of a priority because I think even with what we have currently, we can still end up getting top 4 anyways. I think it'll be a thing of next summer. Next summer, listen, it's going to be painful to watch, whatever. But like, I don't really care. I don't want to rush in and just say, "Oh, just go get an Aubameyang or get a Zaha because these guys are bad." And in 2 years' time, these guys end up becoming deadwood anyways. I'd rather
But
actually scout
what are you
properly.
basing your argument
and
on?
we-
What are you
we-
basing your argument on, though, Brian?
Basing on we've done that in the past.
But
Because
the past is
we
not
needed
the
a
same.
because
We're not
we,
playing
because
against the same
no
team.
it is the same. We needed because we needed a goal scorer. That's why we bought Lukaku. Because we needed a midfielder. That's why we bought Bakayoko. Because we needed a wing back. That's why we bought Zabacosta.
So
I'd
you're
rather
thinking we can
wait.
get top 4 with the
if
attack
they
we have
fought-
now?
if we yes.
I don't
And
know.
besides, it's not just based on our attack. Based on our team, I think our defense is good enough. Our midfield is good enough, and we got a world-class manager. Yes, we're getting top 4.
Our midfield is good enough, but our
We
midfield
cannot rely on Aspi for a full
fucking
season.
stuffed with injuries.
But again, you're mentioning individuals. I'm looking at the team. The team is still good enough to get top 4. You got a manager good enough at the minimum to get top 4. I think
I don't
people
know.
looking at the striker situation and saying just bring in anybody is
But
because
it's not
you're
only the
worried about
striker
us getting
situation. I
top
think
4.
the attack in general is lacking. It's not only. I think we have a lot of quantity.
I know, I
in the
agree.
attack,
No,
not quality.
well, striker. Okay, well, striker. That's a buzzword for attack. Whatever. My point being, like, as much as I want to get in better quality this summer, I don't think it's that much of a priority. If you guys are just saying, "Oh, get Aubameyang or Maximin or Zaha or whatever," like, it's not this big, massive upgrade. You guys necessarily think that it is,
We're asking for
considering
some
how
of
much
these
we're going to
players.
put them on.
I was say we're
I don't-
asking for some of these players because we're desperate because the floor, like the bar, is on the floor.
Well, I know,
That's why we
but
want
again,
these players.
it's but we
No,
shouldn't.
no, I
we
agree with you.
shouldn't be-
I agree with you, Prime, in terms of like
Yeah.
we should be tailoring who we get to who's going to fit, who's going to work for us long term. Because ideally, we want Tuchel to be here long term. There's no point getting a player in that's going to do a short term job if it's just gonna backfire on us in a year or two's time. There's no point going to doing short term shit. We've been doing that for the last 5-6 years under Abramovich. As much as I love him, like we've been doing that for the last 5 years under Abramovich, doing short term shit.
I agree with you guys, right? I agree with you that I rather have a long term, but I think there is I've been thinking about this the whole night yesterday, right? I'm excited about our signings, whatever. Before I went to sleep, I took my melatonin, I laid in bed, and I was thinking about it. I looked at the attack that Spurs have, and I don't care what anybody says. They can call them like butlers or whatever. They have Conte. They proved they're not butlers last season when they got top 4, and they literally had 3 months of the season off. Like they literally, whenever they had other managers, they were off. They couldn't be anywhere. So I think that's a risk. Like it or not, they're gonna challenge us for that spot. Then we have one more spot. I'm not sure.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask Kai? Can I ask a question?
Let me finish my point.
No, Kai. Question.
Yeah,
how long of that front three, this quality like strike partnership force that Tottenham have had? How long have they had some of these players? And
but they didn't have Conte beforehand, though, did they?
Okay, cool. But they had Mourinho, didn't they? And that went, oh shit. And they had other managers, Pochettino. Oh, and that went, oh shit as well. And then they had all these other managers, and it went, oh shit as well.
I think you guys are being a bit more too confident about.
We spent most of last season. We spent most of last season with a striker who didn't want to be here and didn't fit the system. With our first choice left wing back out, with our first choice right wing back out for a couple of months, with no end of injury to our midfield, to an attack not firing, to problems in the defense, to Mendy having a fucking stinker for the last 2 months, and we still got top 4. And people are worrying about us getting top 4 when nothing's checked.
Because we were brilliant. We were brilliant until December. Until December, we were actually fighting for first. Then after that, we took shit. The reason we started so well is because we were very, very good until December. That's why we got top 4, and we barely got top 4 as well. I like to remind you, Scott. We barely.
I know. 4. And again, look at the scenario I just laid out.
You're saying, we had the striker who doesn't want to be here. I don't give a fuck if they want to be here or if they don't want to be here. Like the rest of these attackers, reality is they're not good enough, and I don't want them to stay here and just hope that Spurs will fucking bottle it again. Because we almost bottled ourselves.
I'm not hopeful of Spurs. Spurs have done nothing. Yeah,
I was going to say. And also, can I ask a question? If Lukaku wasn't good enough, why is Aubameyang good enough?
I'm surprised at you, Kai. I really am.
No, he's not. Listen, again, right? No, say Spurs. No, but again, Kai. What? Yeah, but Kai, listen. Say Spurs do.
Why are you?
Yeah, but Kai.
I'm not only talking about Spurs.
Say Spurs. Kai. Say Spurs do finish above us and they finish 3rd and we finish 4th. Like, again, who cares? Big deal. We're still finishing in the top 4. Like, who cares?
But that was based on last season.
Last season, the guys.
I'm not talking based off last season.
The second leg of Real Madrid, their heads went.
There's a lot.
What is it about Arsenal? Because I take it Arsenal, the other team you're in. What is it about them that worries you?
I think the attack is better than ours at the moment.
Cool. Guess what? They're one midfield injury or one prison sentence away from being fucked.
I don't think he's going to go to prison, Scott.
I don't think that's cool.
But then they're one injury in that midfield away from being fucked because they've then got to play Elneny and
one injury up top.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Kai. Wait, hold on. Kai, question.
Boys, I'm not arguing with you.
Kai.
My whole point. Wait, Prime.
Kai.
Wait, 1 second.
No, I have a question. No, I have a question for you.
Prime, your question takes fucking forever,
bro. What makes you Kai, what makes you think Arsenal's attack is better than ours?
Because they have a better goal scorers.
Players.
Who?
We scored. None of their attackers are scored.
The whole team. Go for the attack.
Sterling scored more goals than Jesus last season.
No. But again, no. Take out Sterling. Take out Sterling Jesus. None of their attackers outscored ours last season.
Boys, do you know the saying? Prepare for the worst, but hope for the best.
What happened to your positivity, Kai?
No, I am still positive, but I'm not positive in the attack. I am loving this team. I'm loving the
Have you heard of the saying?
Wait, let me finish. Andrew, let me finish. Yeah, I'm loving the projects that we are having. What worries me is this attack because I truly believe that we have West Ham level attackers, and we are overhyping them because we like how they dance on TikTok.
I
Yeah,
wish
even
Chelsea
even
had
West
the-
Ham. Yeah, even West Ham. Sorry, but that's the first team I put a laugh on my
Kai,
head.
that's fine. Can I just make a point? Is this? We're not just talking about the attack. Like their defense isn't better than ours, and their midfield isn't better than ours.
Yeah, our midfield is
And
is
they
much
don't have a
than
better
theirs.
manager.
But
Yeah.
also our fans would tell you, oh, our biggest fault of our team is the midfield, and Arsenal would wish they had our
Look,
midfield.
Look, I didn't even.
That's
I
good,
didn't
that's
think.
good.
I didn't
He's
want
right.
Sterling at Chelsea. I didn't.
I mean, I still
But
have
I'm
my
okay
doubts,
with
but
it
I'm being
because-
hopeful.
Because it's like I think Sterling will be a better than what we have. But I think he would have been even better if you have a proper striker beside him. Because he plays better with a proper striker.
Yeah, but Alex, you know me and you would like Cristiano Ronaldo here, but not everybody would like it.
Yeah.
But just
And
for me,
hold
as
on.
much as I like Havertz is built like he's built like Christensen. He's a WNBA player. He can't survive in the attack. He get bullied.
Hey,
off the ball.
respect the Danish
No,
Maldini,
but Lewis,
bro.
I've seen Aguero. I've seen
Don't even
Aguero bully.
compare the two.
I've seen
I'll
5'7".
block you for that
I've
shit.
seen 5'7" Aguero bully defender harder and better than fucking 6'4". What's his
But-
name? Havertz.
But
Am I
he-
lying? Am I lying, Andrew? Am I lying?
No. It's
You're not
different.
lying, bro.
It's
You're
a
not
different.
lying.
It's
You're
a
not
different.
How-
It's the
how
same
is it
thing. No.
different, bro?
I can explain.
I like
What's his
I
name?
like
What's
Havertz
his
as well.
name?
I think maybe it's
Hazard is actually like a shorter than Pulisic.
Havertz, you mean Havertz?
Hazard, shorter than Pulisic. I'm trying to compare Aguero versus anybody else
Versus
because he's a
Havertz.
stocky, low gravity guy.
He's got a big
really-
ass. He's got a big ass.
Does he? Does
Let's face
Aguero have a
it.
big ass? I've never paid attention.
Yeah,
to his ass.
Aguero had a.
They're big.
he's-
They got a low
look,
center of
look.
gravity. It's bigger.
Look, if
Big
you have
wonder.
really good, on your feet, if you have really stocky, like a low gravity person, it's really hard to defend against you.
So what is
As a defender,
what is
it's really-
Havertz, though?
especially no matter what you do, if
He's a
you're a
rake.
guy, if you're a defender and you're bigger than him, even even if you don't go into the challenge, it looks like you're doing unspeakable things to that
I've seen him
guy
get
based
bullied
on
by
the size.
Thiago Alcantara, bro. I've seen him get bullied by Thiago Alcantara.
Hey,
the guy
man,
is 169 centimeters.
You know what? Havertz is gonna be a less talented Peter Crouch. That's what's gonna happen.
No, I don't like. I like Havertz. I don't think he's ready.
He's a
at the
pipe
moment
cleaner,
at
man.
Chelsea.
He's a pipe
He'll
cleaner.
As a
go to
number
he'll
one.
go
And
to
again,
Bayern
you're-
next year when they reignite their links, and then he'll go and ball out in the Muller role.
Yeah,
Simple.
get played at Real Madrid.
Arsenal on goal.
Kai,
No,
Kai
it's
though,
not.
when-
Yeah,
You're lying, bro.
Saliba on goal. That's gonna be nice for the timeline.
Wait,
That'd
I
be
thought
really
he
nice,
was the
man.
perfect. Hang on, I thought he was the perfect defender.
Ah,
I'm
Apparently,
not expecting own goals from a perfect defender. That's
Fair-
it.
Where's he
Apparently
playing? Where's he playing today?
Fofana's 85. He is 115 apparently.
Back
Where's
on
he
his
playing?
right suit on the right side,
Arsenal
like he
fans,
was.
man. Oh.
Is he a right
You
back?
He's playing right
Yeah.
centre back. Right
You know,
centre
what
Right
back.
drives
centre
me, you know what drives me crazy about Arsenal though? They have the best attack, the best midfield, the best defense over Chelsea, but we've
Best
been finishing
goalie.
above them for 6 fucking years, man. So there must be something that we're doing that
Exactly.
they're not doing.
But Kai, you just said Arsenal have a better attack
That's
than
not
us.
Arsenal.
And you
Attack-wise,
just said
Arsenal is
they have
actually-
better everything.
That's
and
Liverpool.
yet, like,
That's
No, no, no.
Liverpool. Let's
But
not.
attack-wise,
Let's
it's
not
different.
make. No,
Attack,
that's
Prime,
Liverpool.
Prime,
That's
Prime.
Liverpool fans, guy.
Attack?
Let's
No, Liverpool. That's best in the world. That's best.
Arsenal,
that is-
but
that
Kai,
is not me
Kai,
saying.
Kai,
Best
Arsenal
Prime.
don't have a better attack than us.
Prime. Yes, they
Van
do.
Dijk's the best
Yes,
defender.
they
don't.
do.
They
Saka
don't.
scored more goals than
They
all our
don't.
attackers in
No, he didn't.
yes, he
I
did.
guess we'll
No,
see
he
goal
didn't.
differential
Did he?
by
Look
the
how
next
many goals
season.
Saka has.
That's it.
He got 9.
He scored more
That's
goals
not,
than
that's
Mount
not
last
great,
season.
bro.
He got
Saka
9.
league goals.
Yeah.
Did he even score more goals than Mount that season?
No, he got 9. I think he got 9 overall. I think 9 in the league. I think defo. So man got
You know
11.
that. You know what's funny.
Mount
is,
got
like,
11.
peop-
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you.
Look,
12,
look at
12
look,
goals
look at
and 7 assists. But that
Kai,
could be out of competition.
Kai. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you how he usually does. In the beginning of the season, those new toys I usually show. I remember not Brighton. What's his name? Green yellow jerseys relegated. No,
Norwich.
Norwich
Oh.
striker.
Oh well,
Pookie.
3-1. They just scored
Pookie.
immediately afterwards.
Pookie.
Pookie. You remember Pookie?
Oh, for fuck's
Everybody
sake.
wants a
That
Pookie.
goal.
Whatever
Yeah,
the guy.
who is
I'm
that?
saying
That's not
defenders adapt. Defenders adapt, and people, and the good teams will adapt to that. What's his name? Arsenal.
Oh, that goalkeeper, man.
You see what I'm saying?
Fucking
So it will be. People will adapt to Jesus' style of play in Arsenal. It's just the beginning. Some defenders don't really know
No,
how
but
to.
There's only
my
two players in the Arsenal team that would get anywhere that would get in Chelsea starting 11, I think, and that's that Gabriel who'd come in as left centre back and Saka. He would come in. That's it.
My rant is less about
That's not
Arsenal
true,
and more
bro.
about
Not
Chelsea.
true. I'll take Partey and I'll take Saka, and it's it. I don't need.
Partey's not good enough. There's a reason he went to Arsenal without Champions League. He's not good enough.
They
I
paid
will
his
not
release
be
clause.
taking
Hold on,
Like,
who?
if they go to someone like
personally.
Partey. First of all, Partey
He came
had
from
to go to
Atletico Madrid, where he wasn't even that good. He was
Yeah,
like
he
a
was.
workhorse.
Okay.
One of the best
He
players.
wasn't
They
that
only
great
sold
at
him because
Atletico
they
They
Madrid.
activated.
He wasn't great.
Listen to me, little boy. They activated his release clause
Yeah, but if he was
He
that good,
had
but if
to.
he was that good, why did he go to Arsenal? Why didn't he go to a
because
Champions League team?
nobody else
They paid him good
activated
money.
his release
Exactly, because
clause.
nobody else wanted him. Exactly, nobody else wanted him.
Because
You can say
nobody
something
No,
else
about
needed
Fofana.
defensive
no,
midfield at that
no
point.
top clubs wanted him. Everyone has been needing DMs. No one, no one has
What
wanted
are
him.
you
That's fact.
talking
Do
about?
you know why this is dumb?
Bro,
Do you know why
you've
this
been
whole
talking
argument
about.
is stupid? You know why this whole argument is
Yes.
stupid, by the way? Because I just want to point out someone that everyone on this panel wants in Frankie de Jong has only been wanted by two teams, and one of those is United, and one of those is us. So no one else wants him. So why is that? Is he
No,
shit?
PSG
That's
wanted him,
fucking
but
No, but
stupid.
yeah, no, I'm not.
That's
Of course
fucking
not in that
stupid.
circuit.
No
But
one else
obviously, you got to analyze everything uniquely. But it's obviously Partey doesn't have the
So what
quality
is
to be in a Real
hold on a
Madrid or a
second.
Bayern
Why
Munich
is it? Why is
No
it?
way.
Why is it
or
uniquely?
a PSG or a City. He doesn't have the quality to be in there. Come on.
The
Yeah, he
thing is, when
Oh my
Partey was
God,
transferred in
man.
2020,
Go learn some
we weren't
education,
going
man.
for him.
Get
We
some
weren't going for
education.
him because
Read the book.
we had. Liverpool weren't going in for because of the midfielders they had. City didn't need him, and Ollie was obsessed with McFred. So that's the reason why none of us went in for him. So no, he was.
No, but we're not the only teams in Europe.
Okay, well, Real Madrid didn't want him. Why would they need him? Cruz, Casemiro, Modric. So Real Madrid are out.
Look, you've got how many? There's 32 Champions League teams. Not one of them wanted them apart from Arsenal. Is what you're saying?
And us, we wanted them as
They
well.
didn't. They didn't want him.
No,
They didn't need
first
him.
of all,
We
they
never
paid
wanted
his
him.
release
He's
clause.
40 million. He's 40 million.
We just refused to play his release clause, but
It's
we did
cheap.
want him.
It's 40 million. So why?
Yeah,
would
exactly.
Can I just point out,
Exactly.
just
If we wanted him, we would have got him.
It wasn't cheap. It wasn't 40.
It was 40. I
We
think
paid
it
like
was-
60.
it was-
No, it's like 50
it's
million
40,
euros.
Alex.
50 million euros.
It's
50 million
pounds,
euros.
around 40
I
million
think Chelsea
pounds.
wanted him, but they only wanted him
£4.
if Jorginho left because we had the one in, one out thing.
They're not even the same. They're not even the same type of
If you look at all the
player.
clubs and their midfielders, I mean,
But that's crazy to say that you
By the
would
way,
have
that
wanted
should be a
Partey. Partey
penalty
is a good
to
DM,
Arsenal.
bro.
I wouldn't have Partey. I don't think he elevates us in terms of quality. I think
That's
he's
fair
good
to say.
defensively,
That's
but I
fair
don't
to
think he
say.
elevates us in terms of overall.
Fair to say.
But it's a balance. You've got to balance it. You can't just you can
Bro.
get someone that's got the best defensive attributes, but they might not give you anything. It might be horrible on the ball. So you got to
But-
compromise. You can't have the best. Always have the best
But
defensive
he's
player.
he's
it's a
actually
balance.
good defensively, and he actually good with the ball.
You know what
He's not
annoys me
that
about
good with
Chelsea
the ball.
fans?
He's not
They
that
I
good.
can't believe we're doing a party to Chelsea discussion.
They talk about.
Do you know what I
elevating
mean?
No,
us.
Like,
that's
who
not-
wants
Like we are
Partey at
challenging for
Chelsea?
title every fucking week, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll
play-
take
Alex.
Partey any
No way.
over anybody that you mentioned from Arsenal.
Over Saka when we need more
I will
Saka.
take him over Saka
No, I wouldn't
because
take
we
Saka.
actually
Why
have
do you
a
want-
better wing back
Is
in
Saka better
James.
than what we have right now, by the way?
Do
Exactly.
what?
Yeah, I think
Is
Saka's
Saka-
extremely
I
overrated.
don't
better
rate
than
Saka
what
as
we
a
have
winger. I
right
rate
now.
him as a wing back.
But he scores good. He
Well, he's
gets a
not
lot of
coming here
goals.
to
He
fucking
plays
play
well
wing
as
back.
a
What do you mean
winger.
he scores a lot of goals? He scored the same amount of goals in the league as Mount last season. We said Mount was like didn't have enough. Like, what the fuck? What am I fucking hearing?
I know,
Jesus.
but
They're young though. They're
Scott,
getting better.
Scott, wait, man.
They're getting
Bro,
better.
are we
They're
against-
young.
If we had
Wait,
Scott,
wait,
if
I'm
we had
just
Scott,
trying
if
to
we had
understand.
Saka,
I'm trying to understand
Wait.
the absolute nonsense that I'm hearing. Like yesterday I could laugh about it. Today it's too fucking hot. I'm trying to understand the nonsense that I'm hearing.
Kisada, yeah, is that your name? Look at the badge near Scott's name. Do you see? What does it say on it? Are you there? What's the name? Kisada F, whatever your name is, bro.
What do you mean?
Look at the
What's
badge.
the point you're trying to make? What point are you trying to make?
Picture of Scott. Does it
You
say
obviously wanna make a
Chelsea
point.
Chelsea Kindergarten? Does it say Chelsea Kindergarten, bro?
I don't get it.
Does it say Chelsea
I
Kindergarten?
think maybe
So
you
do
should
you
fuck
think
with
part?
Sarri,
So
bro.
you so what you're saying is you'd have Partey at Chelsea. You think he'd upgrade our midfield?
I want right now. I don't think we need more youth players, man. We had enough
Youth?
youth in our attack, and they're all crap. It's time for us to get experienced players, man.
No, but I'm
That's my
saying
point.
Saka's an upgrade on what we've got. Scott said it himself.
But he has the same amount of goals, if not less, than what
But
we
he's
have.
an
now.
upgrade on what we've got. He's an upgrade on what
How?
we've got.
How?
Let's be
How
honest.
is he an upgrade? Please explain this to me. How he's an
Because in
upgrade?
terms of he'll come in and he will score goals cutting in. We haven't got a left footer cutting in that's effective getting goals. Like Ziyech doesn't do that. He doesn't get a lot of goals and he's not dynamic like that.
Why would you need
World
somebody
Cup most
left-footed
But
if you
we
have
already-
somebody
I was
right-footed on
going
the
to say
same
we
side
already
that
have
scored more
right.
goals?
Exactly.
Who Mount? But he's not a right
Yeah.
winger. Mount's not a
But
right
he
winger.
scored. He did Saka's job better than Saka on the
No,
right.
Can I just make a
I
point?
prefer
Alex, I'm
Mount
so
on
glad
the
you
left.
said that.
Prefer Mount on the left or in the middle.
But we have Sterling to the left.
Yeah, but not last game. Sterling was playing in the middle and Mount played left.
Well, when do you think
So-
Sterling is gonna score his debut goal, man? You think he's gonna do it against Spurs?
I'm tired.
He need that goal, man.
Did Mount not play off the left against?
Jorginho penalty, and then we go.
No, he
I don't
played
know.
off the right.
Did not even play last game.
No,
man.
Havertz played off the right.
No, he didn't. Mount played off the left.
They switched about, but he mainly played on the right. Havertz.
No, he
Is
played
that,
on the left.
is that what it is when you play fluid front three? That's what it is when people rotate from right to left,
Right.
Some people in the comments.
right?
Yeah.
Something like that, Scott.
I'm
Yeah,
tired,
you
bro.
know what?
I know, man.
It's just that part of the stream.
I can
Right,
feel
guys,
the
we're
sadness
gonna wrap
in
it
Scott's
up.
voice, bro.
We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap it up.
God is getting
Hey,
tired,
he
man.
was
It's
so
fatigue
happy
is
on the
showing,
last
man.
stream.
Their goalkeeper is shit, by the way, by less.
He is, bro. I
Leicester,
swear
man.
he's
yeah,
dyslexic, bro. He saw the ball is like 5 centimeters in front of him.
Kepa,
He
come
was
on,
so far away.
Kepa. They need Kepa, man.
Right, guys, we're gonna wrap up the stream here. Big
Fofana
up
is suspect, by the
everyone.
way.
As always, smash the like and subscribe button.
That's not
Don't
on
know if we'll be
Fofana.
back tomorrow. Probably be back on Monday. But yeah, big up everyone. Hopefully we're back after a win.
Wait.
Gone. Oh, he's gonna change his.
Just
little
don't,
green.
don't.
Oh, come
No,
on.
I'm not.
Just
No,
don't.
I'm not changing my green screen.
Just
Um,
go, Lewis. He can say it after
yeah.
the stream.
Big up. Take care. Like and subscribe.
Conte's a bitch.
Oh, you got a little clip and you're right.
Sorry, can I get you
Tottenham.
Yeah.
demonetized?
it's
Can I
you.
get you demonetized?
Right.
Don't
Big
forget
up
last.
everyone.
Yeah,
Like
do it,
and
bro.
subscribe. And as always,
As
up
usual, we got